いい席ですね。大丈夫大丈夫。はい。
皆様、こんにちは。私はシーです。私はパキスタン大使館で人材の担当です。今日は来ていただいてありがとうございます。Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for coming today. We are arranging this seminar in Osaka to tell you about Pakistan and Pakistan human resource.
皆さんお越しいただいてありがとうございます。では、パキスタン人材セミナー in 大阪始めたいと思います。
We will start with the recitation of some verses from Quran, followed by the national anthems of Pakistan and Japan.
はじめはコーランの朗読から始めます。その後、パキスタンの国歌、日本の国歌と続きます。
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر.
Jazakallah. Now, I will request all of you to please stand up in respect of national anthem of Pakistan.
それではご起立お願いします。
Thank you. Japanese national anthem. Thank you. Okay, thank you again. First of all, let me tell you a few things about broadcast of this seminar on the social media channels. We are live on our Facebook official channel of Pakistan Embassy Tokyo. We are also live on official YouTube channel of Pakistan Embassy Tokyo. Thank you.
それではこのセミナーのインターネットでの配信についての説明をします。でこの配信はパキスタン大使館の公式の Facebook、あと YouTube で配信しております。Zoom でも関係の方には送っております。
और मेरी जो ऑनलाइन पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं पाकिस्तान से उनसे दरख्वास्त होगी कि अपना माइक म्यूट रखें ताकि आपको ये ब्रॉडकास्ट जो जूम पे जिन्होंने ज्वाइन किया हुआ है उनको ये विदाउट एनी इंटरप्शन मिलती रहे. So this is just for online participants. So thank you so very much again. Arigatou gozaimasu. Now we are moving with the part of introductions. We have first of all we have with us His Excellency Mr. Raza Bashir Tarar. He is the most senior diplomat from Pakistan. He is in Japan for third time. He came to Japan in 1989 for the language course. Then he was here from 2002 to 2005, and now last year he joined as ambassador of Pakistan to Japan.
それでは関係者の紹介から始めます。駐日パキスタン大使館大使ラザ・バシール・ターラ大使です。大使は日本で着任するのが3回目です。まずは日本語の学校に通うために来日して、その後、大使館の職員として務めております。で今回大使として着任されました。
Then we have online with us Captain Usman Zakaria. He is a senior civil servant. He is serving as Senior Joint Secretary, Ministry of Overseas Pakistanis and Human Resource Development in Pakistan. This ministry is responsible for the dispatch of trainees, skilled workers from Pakistan to Japan.
それではパキスタンのイスラマバードから Zoom での参加になります。在外パキスタン人人材開発省のウスマン・ザクリア局長です。在外パキスタン人材開発省はこの技能実習特定技能の管轄の省庁であります。
Then we have with us Mr. Shiju Matsutomi. He is also an ex-diplomat, ambassador. Now he is serving as Senior Vice President, JITCO.
次はJITCOの常務理事、業務執行理事を務めておられます松富茂雄様です。松富様にはこの後、日本の労働市場と外国人材の多様化についてお話をしていただきます。
Then we have with us Mr. Akram Ali Khaja. He is Director General, Bureau of Immigration and Overseas Employment in Pakistan. Just for the information of our Japanese friends, Bureau of Immigration is just like Immigration and Organization of Technical Intern Training in Japan.
はい、次は移民海外雇用局、略称 BEOE のアクラム・アリ・コアジャ局長です。この BEOE、このセミナーでは BEOE と略称で呼ばせていただきます。BEOE はパキスタン政府として送り出し機関を統括する団体です。
Then again, we have with us online Mr. Nasir Kashani. He is also a senior civil servant, and he is Managing Director of Overseas Employment Corporation. This is one of the approved sending organization for technical intern training program from Pakistan to Japan.
はい、Zoom からの参加になります。海外雇用公社 OEC の常務取締役ナシール・カシャニ様です。OEC は政府系の送り出し機関の一つとなります。
Then we have with us just further information that Overseas Employment Corporation has already started dispatch of trainees from Pakistan to Japan, and today we have with us 2 trainees dispatched by Overseas Employment Corporation to Osaka. So after the event, maybe you can have networking, some talk with them as well.
OEC について追加の情報なんですけども、OEC はすでに技能実習生の送り出しを始めております。で OEC から送り出された2人の技能実習生がこの会場に来ていただいています。このセミナーの後、もしよければお会いしていただいて挨拶としていただければと思います。
Then we have an association like JITCO in Pakistan, the organization, the association of all the sending agencies in Pakistan, and we call it Pakistan Overseas Employment Association, Promoters Association, POIPA, and we have the POIPA team online with us, but we also have their representative here, Mr. Nadeem Iqbal, and he will be talking on behalf of Chairman POIPA today.
はい、じゃあ次はパキスタン海外職業紹介事業者協会の紹介です。ここではポエパという略称で呼ばせていただきます。ポエパは海外向けに職業紹介をする事業者が集まる民間の団体です。最近増えた18の送り出し機関のすべてがこの協会に所属しております。ポエパの代表者も来ていただいておりますので、この後ご挨拶をしていただきます。
Then we have with us Lieutenant General Retired Muazzam Ijaz. He is Rector, National University of Technology in Pakistan. National University of Technology in Pakistan is also an approved sending organization for technical intern training program. And again, just for the information of our Japanese friends, NewTech was the first organization who started dispatching of trainees. So thank you, sir, for your participation today.
はい、次に国立科学技術大学ヌーテックのモアザム・エジャス学長です。モアザム・エジャスさんはこの会場に来ていただいており、後でご挨拶をしていただきます。ヌーテックは政府の送り出し機関の一つです。パキスタンで送り出し機関と認められた最初の送り出し機関になります。
Okay, so moving forward, before I invite Captain Usman Zakaria for his remarks, initial remarks, that what government of Pakistan is doing to implement technical intern training program and specified skilled worker program from Pakistan side, I would just briefly tell you that how it started.
では、この人材セミナーの概要に入っていきます。
So in 2019, before after passing of the TATP Act in Japan, Pakistan was one of the country who signed technical intern training program agreement with Japan.
技能実習に関する二国間取り決めは2019年2月に締結されました。
Then in the same year, December 2019, Pakistan also signed MOC, Memorandum of Cooperation on Specified Skilled Worker Program with Japan.
特定技能に関する二国間取り決めは2019年12月に締結されました。
Then, other than Tukhte Gino and Ginojish, like SSW and TITP, we have another opportunity from Pakistan to support Japanese companies in IT sector. So, you can see on the screen that JICA has just recently published a report, and JICA termed Pakistan as next ICT powerhouse.
技能実習特定技能のほかに、パキスタンは IT 人材の派遣もやっております。JICA の報告によると、パキスタンは次の IT 人材のハブになると言われております。
So, this is the last slide for the overview that what we are doing, actually the mission under the kind supervision and guidance of His Excellency Ambassador, we are trying to spread the awareness among Japanese companies that Pakistan is there now and you can coordinate, you can have your network with the Pakistani sending agencies. So that's why we are doing a lot of seminars, webinars. This is one of the function. Then after the signing of agreements, the Ministry of Overseas Pakistanis and Human Resource Development, they opened a new office, Community Welfare Attaché. Yours truly, I'm just standing in front of you, to just implement the agreements under the guidance of the ambassador.
それでこのセミナーの概要、目的について説明します。今、大使館が中心となって日本の管理団体、登録支援機関、受け入れ企業向けのセミナーを行っております。あと、大使館内に 最近、去年設置された社会福祉部を設置し、この技能実習特定技能の派遣を積極的にやるようになりました。
Okay, thank you. So next, now I would request Captain Usman Zakaria from Ministry of Overseas Pakistanis and Human Resource Development that he would be telling us about the efforts made by the government of Pakistan. So sir, over to you sir. Thank you.
それでは関係者のご挨拶で、在外パキスタン人人材開発省局長のウスマン・ザクリアさんのご挨拶となります。
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, Mr. Hafizab. His Excellency Ambassador Raza Bashir Tarar Sahab, Senior Vice President, GITCO, Mr. Motsu Tomi San, all the respective representatives of Japanese supervising organizations, accepting organizations, OIPA members, and representatives of Pakistani overseas employment promoters. Assalamu alaikum and konnichiwa.
Sir, please continue.
It is a matter of exquisite pleasure that the cooperation between Pakistan and Japan in terms of workforce immigration from Pakistan to Japan has been started. The Pakistani mission in Japan is making remarkable progress under the guidance of His Excellency the Ambassador, Mr. Raza Bashir Tarar. The starting point of this cooperation was the signing of two memorandums of cooperation on technical intern training program and specified skilled workers between both countries in 2019. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19 restrictions, things moved slowly, but now necessary actions have been completed and Japanese companies can recruit trainees and skilled workers from Pakistan under agreements. We have established community wing in the Pakistan Embassy, Tokyo, which is promoting immigration of workforce from Pakistan to Japan. We have given special instructions to the Bureau of Immigration and Overseas Employment in Pakistan to facilitate recruitment process under the TITP and SSW agreements. Our public sector sending organizations have started dispatching trainees to Japan, and initially 18 private sector sending organizations have been given permission to start doing business under TITP agreement. We will add more in future. This has been already agreed by our federal minister overseeing our ministry, and we are going to increase this number. For recruitment of skilled workers, we have approved a required procedure. We have prioritized construction, agriculture, food manufacturing, food service, and caregiver categories for conduct of skill tests in Pakistan by the Japanese department. As soon as Japanese departments will finalize the conducting of SSW tests in Pakistan, Overseas Employment Corporation, of which my colleagues are with you, here is ready to cooperate with them for logistics support. In addition to the trainees and skilled workers, Pakistan is a very good source of provision of IT software engineers due to the combined efforts of Ministry of Overseas Pakistanis and Human Rights Development and the Pakistan mission in Tokyo. Japanese companies have started accepting Pakistani IT software engineers. We are fully cognizant of the requirements of Japanese market, and an action plan is being prepared to enhance Japanese language learning, which is an impediment in Pakistan for this purpose. I would like to reiterate that we will make all required efforts to dispatch quality trainees and skilled workers to Japan. At the end, I would like to thank His Excellency Ambassador Raza Bashir Tata and Senior Vice President JITCO Mr. Matsutomi for continuous support. I would also like to thank you all for your participation in the seminar. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu.
はい、OPHRD 人材開発省のウスマン・ザクリア局長の挨拶です。パキスタンから日本への人材の送り出しが始まったことはとても喜ばしいことです。この協力の出発点は、両国が2019年に特定技能と技能実習に関する2つの協力覚書に署名したことです。新型コロナウイルスにより制限もありましたが、現在は人材の送り出しが可能です。人材開発省は人材の送り出しを増やすために駐日パキスタン大使館に社会福祉部を設置しました。パキスタンはすでに日本への技能実習生の送り出しを開始したのに加え、先日18の民間の送り出し機関が承認されました。特定技能に関しても準備が整いました。パキスタン国内で特定技能の試験の実施の要請もしております。試験実施を要請している分野は5つあり、建設、農業、飲食料品製造業、外食、介護です。加えてパキスタンは IT の人材の輸出国です。IT 人材の送り出しもすでに始まっております。日本で働くには高い日本語能力が求められていることを理解しており、日本語教育を強化するための計画も進んでおります。皆様、本日のご参加誠にありがとうございます。
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Takuchi-san, for translating the remarks, message of Senior Joint Secretary, Captain Usman Zakaria. And thank you again, sir, for your participation. And of course, without the support of Ministry of Overseas Pakistanis in Islamabad, because people will come from Pakistan, and whatever the arrangements the ministry is making, of course, we are also conveying different things to Ministry, to Bureau of Immigration, to Overseas Employment Corporation. And then, as you said, not just Minister Overseas, but Minister of State on Foreign Affairs is also directly supervising the whole process. And due to her direct participation and supervision of this process, now we are getting things more in line, and the things are getting more smooth. Like you said, if you can briefly just.
先ほど紹介させていただいた関係者の皆様のご尽力、あとはパキスタン政府もこの人材の分野にとても協力しており、注視しております。皆様の協力、尽力でこの人材の送り出しがスムーズにいっていることをご報告します。
Okay, now I would request Matsutomi-san for his brief presentation. Specifically, it is for the Japanese audience, but we have the English translation, so we will be sharing the soft copy with all the participants.
それでは実子の松富様に日本の労働市場と外国人材の多角化についてお話をしていただきます。このスピーチに関しましては日本語でのみとなりますけども、英語の資料もありますので、希望される方には後でお送りいたします。では松富様よろしくお願いします。
皆さんこんにちは。実子の国際部長の松富と申します。本日はこんなにたくさんご来場いただきありがとうございます。もう何度もパキスタンについての人材紹介セミナーをやっておりますけれども、毎回出席者が増えているというのを非常に心強く感じています。本日は私の方からいくつかの論点についてお話ししたいと思います。Thank you very much for coming.Despite the heat, but now I'm going to introduce some of the Japanese perspective in the global context for the changing situation of immigrant workers. まずもう言うまでもないですけれども、人手不足は日本だけではございません。先進各国で人口高齢化が進み、少子化が進んでいます。人手不足はコロナでさらに悪化しました。特にひどいのはですね、 移民で成り立っている国についての状況が今一人です。アメリカ、イギリス、あとヨーロッパの一部、オーストラリア、そういう国は今一生懸命移民労働者を世界中から、つまりアジアからも吸引しているということを忘れてはいけません。さらに、輪をかけて状況を過激化しているのがウクライナの状況でございます。実はウクライナ人の男性がですね、多数ヨーロッパで働いていましたが、戦争が始まってですね、彼らはウクライナに戻ってしまいました。で、ヨーロッパでの人手不足はさらに深刻になったということであります。で、同時にこのロシアの将来について中央アジアの国々が心配し始めた。中央アジアは多数の労働者をロシアに送っていましたけれども、このままでいいんだろうか。特にロシアに行かれる中央アジアの方はロシアで二重国籍もらえますから、場合によってはプーチン大統領二重国籍者にも徴兵をかけるかもしれないという不安が広がって、中央アジアの労働者がロシアに行かずに他の地域に行こうというふうに今一生懸命うごめいているところでございます。こういう状況の中でですね、コロナとウクライナの状況で世界経済かなり減速しましたけれども、それの幸せを最も受けているのが途上国と新興国。その中で、出稼ぎということで、外国に送り出す労働者を多くしようという政策的判断が今働いているというところであります。またそのような経済困難はですね、社会や政治の安定にも影響を及ぼしていて、パキスタンでも例外ではないという状況なんだと思います。こういう状況の中で今日本政府、日本が何を出すべきかということについてはですね、これまでの技能実習の延長ではなくて、政府自身今制度の見直しに入ってますけれども、民間の皆様としても実庫からお願いしたいのはですね、ソースの多角化、そして数ではなくて質、要するに世界のいろんなところからいい人を集めるための努力を続けていただきたいということが実庫のお願いであります。政府もこれを念頭に置いて制度の改革に臨んでいるものだと考えています。そういう状況の中で今数字的に何が起きているかというのが次のページでございまして、時間の関係で詳細省きますが、一言で言うとベトナムはピークアウトしました。で、中国はもうすでに、勢いは衰えています。それはもうご存知の通りだと思います。皆さんも中国とベトナムの後どこにするんだということをお考えのことだと思います。直近の数字で伸びているのはインドネシア、フィリピンといった東南アジアの国々です。ミャンマーも伸びていますが、これはミャンマーの現在の、軍政による国内の弾圧で、若い人たちがどこでもいいから国外に出たいからということで大挙して今流出している影響が出ていると思います。そして目を向けるとですね、南アジアの国が軒並み今伸びている状況です。そして今パキスタンが始まろうとしているというのがこの数字から読み取れるところであります。じゃあパキスタンはどういうところなのか、何がいいのかというところについて次のページでございます。パキスタン、日本にとって魅力的なもの、私も30年前に2年近く住みましたけれども、パキスタン実は日本ではあまり馴染みのない国であります。基本的にですね、意外なのは人口大国です。インドが14億と言われてそっちに目を奪われがちですが、パキスタンは優秀な人が2億人以上いる、日本の倍近くいる国でございます。 しかも人口の年齢が若いというのが最大の特徴でございます。日本は平均年齢48歳、パキスタンは平均年齢22歳、もう半分以下ですね。人口が倍近くあって平均年齢が半分。今後若い力、労働力の供給源としては当然です。教育水準も高いということであります。パキスタンからいいニュース聞こえてこないのは、一つは最近の洪水の問題ですね。厳しい自然環境の中で、自然災害がかなり多い国で、そういう意味で日本と似ていますけれども、近年もですね、国土の 30% ぐらいがインダス川の溢れた水で沈んでしまうというような悲劇がありました。そういうことからですね、国として出続けていくためにも人材を外に出したいという意図が今働いているんだと思います。で先ほどお話しした人口でございます。左側がパキスタンの人口ピラミッド、右側が日本の人口ピラミッド。姿形においてパチッとはまりますよね。もうジグソーパズルのような状況になっているということです。ただパキスタンの一つの問題はですね、これまで、中低技能の労働者はですね、もっぱら中東に出てたということでございます。ここはですね、実は無試験です。で、前歴要件もないということで、比較的職も安定していて、簡単に行ける、そういう道が常に中東向けにあったということです。現在今日本に送ろうとするとですね、 TITP もそれなりに前職要件もあるし、日本語も N5 相当が推奨されているということで、若干の敷居がある。 SSW に至っては試験があるということでですね、しかも試験に通るまでは職が確約されてないと、こういうところからちょっと敷居が今高くなっている。それにまずパキスタン側に慣れていただく必要があるというのがジスコから送り出し機関の方々へのお願いでございます。もちろん先ほどからお分かりになるようにパキスタンの方は語学にとても優れていますから、日本語そんなに難はないと思いますし、日本語がペラペラのパキスタン人、私はたくさん知っていますけれども、現在ヌーテックで行われている日本語試験は3ヶ月から3ヶ月半ぐらいだったと思いますけれども、果たしてこれで N5 までいけるのかどうか、私はあまり自信がないので、今後さらに強化していっていただきたいと思います。それで先ほど、これがですね、在留状況。パキスタン人、今22年の段階で海外への送り出しが83万人ですね。半分は高度人材、半分が中低技能で、ほとんど中東に流れていると、こういう図式であります。この半分半分というのは非常に面白い数字でしてですね、先ほど言及したヌーテック、私も3年前に行って見てきましたけれども、実はヌーテックという N ナショナルユニバーシティ、大学なんですよね。だからこれは学歴として非常に高くてですね、昔他の国の事例ですけれども、技能実習生に大学院卒業の人を送ってきた国があって、必ずしもうまくいかなかった事例があるんですけれども、今度パキスタン、皆さん勉強熱心なんでそういうことが起きやしないかと心配してたんですけれども、行ってみるとですね、ヌーテックはもちろんアメリカのマサチューセッツ工科大学みたいな面もありますけれども、同時に日本の高専の側面も持っていて、実際に工具とか工作機械が置いてあって、そこで職業訓練をしている。その延長で日本にも出したいという要請でですね、必ずしもそのような引率の人が技能実習生で来るといった懸念はないのではないのかなという気がしました。I'm telling that don't get intimidated by the name of National University of Technology, because it's of course Pakistani version of Massachusetts Technical Institute, but also it carries the character of Japanese Technical College as well. So don't get intimidated. This is my advice to the Japanese receiving organizations. で、最後にですね、あまり時間もないんで、今日本政府が考えていることをご紹介いたします。現在の技能実習と特定技能の2本立て、これが改革されます。今、改革の方向性が今打ち出されて、来月にはより明確になると思いますけれども、TITP は基本的に廃止されて新しい制度が入ってきます。そしてその新しい制度がSSW と接続性を高めて一体化、一連のものとして、外国人労働者のキャリアパスとして提示しうるような制度に持っていこうというのが今の日本政府の考え方であります。ここでパキスタンの送り出し機関の方にお願いしたいのが、実は一番下の最後のところに日本語要件があります。今 TITP の日本語要件は弱いです。N5 相当推奨ですけれども、この要件が強まる可能性があるということで、送り出し機関の方には日本語の事前教育についてはぜひ強化いただいた方が将来の改革にあたって、うまく対応できるのではないかなというふうに考えているところでございます。最後に走りますけれども、実行は何ができるかというお話であります。今回2つのこれまでの公的機関の送り出し機関に加えて18の民間セクターの送り出し機関が認可されたということで大歓迎でございます。ただ日本にはなかなか足がかりがまだないところもあるのではないかと思います。そういう方にとってはお助けできますので、ぜひその機関の概要等をですね、この QR コードのところまで送っていただければですね、実行としてできる限りのことはご協力したいと思います。最近はですね、オンラインでマッチングをやったりしたケースも国によっては可能ですので、そういうことも検討することも可能かなとは思っています。ぜひ今後パキスタンからの実習生および特定の労働者の日本への多数の来日を心からお待ち申し上げております。どうもご清聴ありがとうございました。
Thank you, Matsumoto-san. So, because I already mentioned that he was here to educate the Japanese side, the Japanese Kyoto Kumiyais, about what's happening, what's about global shortage, global demand of labor due to various international circumstances. And then he was explaining different statistics, like how many Vietnamese were here, then Chinese, what are the new trends and what's going on. Then he was talking about Pakistani statistics, like what we have, what is our strength. We have a huge number of young people, very energetic, maybe, high school graduate. They can come to Japan and start working here under TATP and SSW. We are here to answer all the questions after the event as well. And then last but not least, of course, we have continuous support of JITCO to implement these initiatives. They are always here to support us, to guide us, and of course, their guidance is not just for the mission or for the public sector departments, but they always guide sending agencies, and of course, the supervising agencies are their members. So thank you so very much again. Yusan, if you can translate it. No, I think it's not required. But as we have आई थिंक अराउंड 60 ऑनलाइन पार्टिसिपेंट्स. सो मैं उनके लिए बताता चलूँ कि मत्सुतोमी सान जो हैं वो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हैं जिटको के. जिटको पोइपा की तरह जापान में एक इदारा है कि जिसकी सुपरवाइजिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लाइक जिन्होंने डिमांड पाकिस्तान में फॉरवर्ड करनी है, ये उसके वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हैं. जिटको एक एसोसिएशन है उन तमाम ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस की. तो मत्सुतोमी सान थोड़ी देर पहले जो जापानी यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं हमारे फ्रेंड्स, सुपरवाइजिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एक्सेप्टिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, लैंग्वेज स्कूल्स, ऑलमोस्ट सब सेक्टर से उनकी रिप्रेजेंटेशन है आज. उनको वो पाकिस्तान के बारे में बता रहे थे. कुछ जो बैनुल अक़वामी इस वक्त तब्दीलियाँ चल रही हैं लेबर शॉर्टेज के हवाले से, मुख्तलिफ इंटरनेशनल सिनेरियोज जो डेवलप हुए उसके बारे में उन्होंने बात की. फिर उन्होंने जापान में जो लेबर इस वक्त काम कर रही है, कुछ अर्सा पहले वियतनामी, चाइनीज़ और बाकी कुछ मुल्कों से एक अच्छा हैंडसम नंबर जो है वो यहाँ पे एज ए ट्रेनी काम कर रहा है. उसके बारे में वो बात कर रहे थे और उसके ट्रेंड्स के बारे में बात कर रहे थे. इस वक्त ट्रेंड चेंज हो रहा है ग्रेजुअली. नाउ पाकिस्तान के पास एक बड़ी एक गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि वो टाइमली एक्शन करके जो एक गैप क्रिएट हो रहा है मार्केट के अंदर, उसमें अपना ड्यू शेयर जो है वो ले लें. सो उसके लिए हम बड़े शुक्रगुजार हैं मिशन की तरफ से कि इस वक्त हमारे पास फिज़िकली भी कुछ रेप्स मौजूद हैं जो हमारे प्रमोटर्स हैं, सेंडिंग एजेंसीज, और ऑनलाइन भी उनकी पार्टिसिपेशन एक अच्छा नंबर है. हम ये सारा मटेरियल जो है हम आपके साथ ईमेल और बाकी जितने भी हमारे ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं उस पर हम वो शेयर करते रहेंगे. एक चीज़ मैं मिस कर गया शायद, वो ये थी कि पिछली सेकंड लास्ट स्लाइड पे ही वाज एक्चुअली एक्सप्लेनिंग कि इस वक्त जापान हुकूमत बड़ी संजीदगी से ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम को थोड़ा मॉडिफाई करने का सोच रही है. लेट मी रिपीट, मॉडिफाई करने का, अबॉलिश करने का नहीं. ठीक है, कुछ सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर शायद ये बात पिछले 2-3 दिन से चल रही थी कि जी जापान इज़ गोइंग टू अबॉलिश टेक्निकल इंटर्न ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम. तो पाकिस्तान तो अभी शुरू हुआ है तो अब क्या होगा. तो ये हम आपसे शेयर कर देंगे ये स्लाइड, इसका जो इंग्लिश वर्जन है, ताकि आपको अंदाज़ा हो सके कि देयर इज़ नो अबॉलिशिंग. वो सिर्फ उसके अंदर बेहतरी पैदा कर रहे हैं और वो बेहतरी आई एश्योर यू कि वो पाकिस्तानी जो वर्कर्स हैं उनके हक में जाएगी, उनके फेवर में जाएगी. सो अगेन मत्सुतोमी-सान, thank you so very much for your presence again. Takeuchi-san, thank you again for your patience. So the same thing that Matsutomi-san was telling about Pakistan, I have few slides for you to digest that what we have in Pakistan. So this is actually Pakistan human resource information, because we know that the Japanese companies, they are more interested to know the details that about our manpower, about our workers. You want some initial information, and then in next meeting or in next step you want some further advanced information that how they are working, what is their behavior. So I have few slides that I'm going to just tell small information about Pakistan and our various perspectives.
それではパキスタンの国の紹介とパキスタンの人材について説明していきます。
So I will just explain the theoretical part now, because we have a good number of participation of sending agencies in today's seminar. So as per the instructions of His Excellency, we will give you more time. Like we will not take more time and just explain the theoretical things here, but you can exchange your business cards, you can have some initial discussions, and then of course we have already informed our Japanese participants today that after this event we have a social gathering as well. So we have already shared the location. It's a Pakistani restaurant, like it's 1 kilometer,
20 minutes.
it's like 15 to 20 minutes walk from here. So we will gather there as well at 5:30. So you can have a small dinner as per the Japanese tradition and practices.
事前にもお伝えした通り、セミナー後に、パキスタンの料理屋で簡単な懇談会を予定しておりますので、ぜひご参加される方は事前に言ってなかった方はぜひご参加ください。 でセミナーの後この会場では、簡単なここでの名刺交換会ということで交流していただきたいと思います。送り出し機関の方もパキスタンから来ていただいており、管理団体登録支援機関の方、関係の方はたくさん来ておりますので、ここで30分程度交流会もありますので、ぜひご参加ください。
But again, just want to add something that the other people who don't know about this location and this thing before, we are here to share the location and all the details at the end of this event. So Takeuchi-san is here, so we can assist you.
パキスタン料理屋での懇談会参加される方は、ぜひ場所わかんない方は私に後で聞いてください。
So this is again a brief information. You have already seen this slide in the Matsusumi-san presentation. Pakistan, the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, South Asia region. There are so many questions about Muslim workers. So we are here to answer all of them. Our sending agencies are here. They will answer that how the Muslim workers are working. Like there are no restrictions that they are Muslims and they cannot work properly. Like we already have a good number of other Muslim countries trainees here, workers here. So we will answer those questions as well. So we are 5th most populous country in the world. World's 2nd largest Muslim population after Indonesia. So Indonesia is not a new word for the Japanese companies now. We have a good representation of Indonesian workers here in Japan. Then of course our official languages are Urdu and English.
はい、それではパキスタンの国の紹介をまずしていきます。イスラム教の技能実習生ということで、初めて今日参加された日本人の方は馴染みのない宗教だと思いますけども、後で質疑応答ありますので、そこで何でも聞いていただければと思います。パキスタンは南アジアに所在する国で、世界人口ランキング5位です。イスラム教の人口ランキングは世界2位で、1位がインドネシアとなっております。公用語はウルドゥー語、英語の2つです。
Then this is about our population, 225 million. Urban population is 82.8 million. Then 142 million is the rural population. We have 49% female population. And just add to your knowledge, Overseas Employment Corporation has already dispatched 4 female trainees. Yotsu? Yonin trainees from Pakistan to Japan, and they have started working in Tokyo. So there is equal representation from the female side as well. Then of course we have young population. 64% are younger than 30 years. 29% population, they are between 15 to 29 years age group.
はい、ここで人口統計ですねについて説明していきたいと思います。人口が 2.2 億人、8200万人の方が都心に居住、1.4 億人が地方に居住、48% が女性です。今、日本に来たパキスタン人の技能実習生、合計10人弱ぐらいいるんですけども、そのうち4人が女性になります。で、東京で働いております。なので、男性のみならず、女性の技能実習生も多いので、来たいという方も多いので、情報としてお知らせいたします。
Then again, to answer your query, for those Japanese friends who don't know much about Pakistan and what is the travel route, it's through Bangkok maybe, or it can be through Sri Lanka.
じゃあパキスタンに行く時の飛行機の経路なんですけども、多いのがタイランドのバンコク経由かスリランカ経由というのが主な経路となっております。
There are some other routes as well, like Dubai, Qatar and all that. But of course, we are talking about the mostly frequently used routes. There is no direct flight. Before this COVID thing, our national flag carrier, Pakistan International Airline, they were operating flights from Pakistan to Japan. And now again, under the guidance of His Excellency Ambassador, we are again trying to resume that Pakistan International Airlines flights from Japan to Pakistan and Pakistan to Japan.
コロナ前はパキスタンと日本の直行便があったんですけども、残念ながらコロナによってなくなってしまいました。今大使中心にもう1回の直行便を復活させてくれというふうに各航空会社にお願いしていますので、将来的に復活するかもしれません。
So this is briefly the role being played by the Embassy of Pakistan in Tokyo. We are creating awareness. We are providing technical assistance to our sending agencies in Pakistan. We are coordinating between Pakistani companies and Japanese companies, like for their agreements and all the information they want to know about each other. Then, as per law, there is a job demand attestation as well. Like if a Japanese company want to give some demand to Pakistani company, sending agency, Pakistan mission attests that demand, that it's genuine, it's real. Then of course, those workers who will come to Japan for TATP, SSW, IT software engineers, we are also looking after, we are taking steps for their welfare as well.
はい、それではこの人材の分野に関して駐日パキスタン大使館の役割を説明します。まず日本でパキスタン人材の普及の促進ですね。このセミナーだったり、あとは個別に送り出し機関管理団体に向けて説明をしております。で送り出し機関の方もなかなか日本側の情報っていうのは入ってきにくいので、大使館の方で1回情報を吸い上げて送り出し機関に説明するという役割もあります。で3つ目の日本からの求人の認証なんですけども、これは今は、大使館の方で求人の認証をしております。管理団体の方から、この職種で3人欲しいんだったら、まず大使館の方でその3人の求人がちゃんとあるか、ちゃんとした会社かっていうのを調べてサインして送り出し機関に送っております。で最後のパキスタン人材が来日し就労開始後の相談窓口も就労相談も随時行っております。
In addition to what is written on the slide, the technical assistance which we are providing to the sending agencies in Pakistan, it is like very open for all the sending agencies, like for the public sending agencies, for the private sending agencies, and of course we have already invited them as well, and they are here to meet Japanese companies. So we will continue such efforts in future.
パキスタンの送り出し機関に対する説明なんですけども、送り出し機関は政府系と民間の送り出し機関が存在するんですけども、今は特に区別はしておらず、すべての情報を皆さん平等に与えられるように皆さんに随時案内をしております。
So as I was telling before, I think we have like 25,000 Pakistanis in Japan right now, and as far as the workers are concerned, so these are different fields. We have highly skilled professionals, researchers, instructors, engineers, skilled labor, trainees. So these are old numbers. We are not updating as long as immigration will tell us formally. We know the updated figures. We have the trainees here. We are getting skilled workers, IT and software engineers. So these figures are up to June last year, 2022.
はい、それでは在日日本にいるパキスタン人についての統計です。在留資格ごとに載せているんですけども、このような在留資格の方が日本におります。1番から4番までは、高度人材と言われる人たちなんですけども、主に IT の分野だったり、車関係の仕事をしている人がほとんどです。で、その後、その下はまだまだ増えてないんですけど、今後9番と10番の特定技能実習が増えるだろうということを予測し、大使館の方で、あと関係機関の方と今努力をしているところです。
Because we are also talking about IT and software engineers, so we have with us Mr. Atif Hussain online. He's actually in Pakistan nowadays. He's working in Rakuten. So we had requested him to please come online for small views, like his experience, like how Japanese companies know about Pakistani workers. So in future we will try to arrange that physical events as well. So, Mr. Atif, I hope you are hearing us and thank you for your presence today. So, very briefly, if you can tell us how's your experience is going in Osaka and specifically in Rakuten.
それで
just a moment. So, Takeuchi-san will translate that as well after that. Thank you. Takeuchi-san.
パキスタン人の IT 人材の人から、Zoom で参加してもらって、皆さんにご挨拶してもらおうと思います。お名前がアティフ・フセインさんで、楽天で働いております。で、フセインさんの楽天でのご経験についてお話を聞かせていただこうと思います。よろしくお願いします。
Yeah, thank you very much. Hello, konnichiwa everyone. So this is Atif, and first of all, thank you Pakistan Embassy for the opportunity for me to present here my experience in Japan. I'm working as a department head for Rakuten Mobile. We have launched the Rakuten Mobile in Japan back in 2018 with Mikitani-san, and I'm handling the entire department of radio frequency. So having said so, I've graduated from the NUST EME College, Pakistan. And after that, I've been traveling around with different companies like Ericsson, Motorola, Nokia, and finally working on the Japan level. The working environment in Japanese culture is very unique and very different as compared to the rest of the world. It is indeed a very comfortable environment for anyone to work with. And having said so, for now, there are more of Pakistani people which are joining me in my department, and we have been recruiting many Pakistani people, and they are all talented, hardworking, and honest, and as per the requirement for the Japanese government. If you can present my slides with you are readily available, or should I?
I think I would not be able to do that. If you can just quickly just tell them verbally, because they are seeing you on the screen as well. So please, if you can continue without slides, thank you.
Sure. So from my experience, the key abilities for anyone to grow in Japanese market or international market, it is having to have a strong communication power, then good customer handling, the people management, and adapted to multicultural environment, which I believe many of the Pakistani people are well familiar with, and then getting things done in the right direction, sorted and aligned, and deliver. So the lesson learned from my experience is that working against all the odds, delivery under high pressure, and strict timelines, handling the high-level end meetings, and healthy team environment for smooth delivery. And I believe consistency in any right direction can get any project delivered. As Helen has said, the expert in anything was once a beginner. So I think we, at the very initial stage, we are one of the experts and can handle the projects very well.
Thank you, Atif, but please stay with us, because if there will be some questions, so we can request you again to come online and enlighten us. Thank you again. So then let me just briefly explain it to the online audience that Atif जो है वो यहाँ पे एक जापान की IT कंपनी है, बड़ी IT कंपनी है राकोटेन, उसमें काम कर रहे हैं ओसाका में, और वो यही बता रहे थे कि किस तरह से वो जापान में फील कर रहे हैं वर्क इन्वायरमेंट के हवाले से, जो कि उनके ख्याल में पूरी दुनिया में कहीं भी ऐसा वर्क इन्वायरमेंट नहीं है. और अब क्योंकि he is head of that HR department as well, Rakuten Mobile is dealing with this thing, so maybe the Pakistani side can communicate with him as well in future to connect with Rakuten or some other IT companies, and then he can teach you, he can guide you कि किस तरह से आप लोगों को ट्रेन करें, किस तरह से मार्केट से पिकअप करें. और जिन क्वालिटीज़ की वो बात कर रहे थे, ऑफ कोर्स एम्बेसडर हमारे हमेशा ये बात करते हैं कि पाकिस्तानी मल्टीलिंगुअल हैं, तो उनके लिए आसान है जापानी ज़ुबान सीखना, बट वो एक राइट डायरेक्शन की तरफ ज़रूरत है. तो आतिफ से हम फ्यूचर में भी ये गाइडेंस लेते रहेंगे. यू सर, थैंक यू. सर मैं आपका कमेंट लेता हूँ, अगर ये थोड़ा सा इसको ट्रांसलेट कर दें ज़रा जापानी में.
ではアティフさんのご挨拶を簡単に説明させていただきたいと思います。アティフさんは2018年から楽天モバイルに勤務されております。その以前はモトローラとか他の IT の会社で働いておられました。日本の会社の文化や正確性、真面目な社風はとても快適だということです。アティフさんが思う日本の会社に必要なこと、外国人で 外国人を快適に働いてもらうために重要なことは、多文化を認める環境ですね、会社の環境、あとは労働者視点としては、締め切りをちゃんと守って仕事をすること、あとは、ずっと長期間継続的に頑張ること、この3点が労働者、また会社側に必要なことということです。
Thank you, Dr. San. Sir, Captain Usman Zakaria, sir, your comment or question, please.
First of all, I would like to thank not only the Embassy of Pakistan, His Excellency the Ambassador, and your good self and the staff, that you are taking so much of interest in this issue, which is a very serious issue for the government of Pakistan and for our country. So I would like to appreciate that, one. Number two, I would like to invite with this opportunity that we have today on the seminar, Mr. Matsumi, to come to Pakistan with his team and visit us on my own behalf and on behalf of government of Pakistan, to come here and see physically here. Number three, I would like to thank the participants, especially our POIPA members, who have ventured and taken the trouble to go there physically. And I would like to thank them. And they are getting their first-hand knowledge. And it's something which we will synergize us and it will benefit us. So I'm grateful to them. And this is the opportunity that for which I am thanking the mission and your good self. And of course, the honorable participants who are from Japan, who are sharing their experiences. Definitely, this is going to inspire our people here. So I am very grateful. Thank you very much for holding this seminar. I am grateful to that.
ではOPHRD のウスマン・ザクリア局長からコメントがありましたので紹介します。このセミナーの開催とてもありがとう、開催をしていただいてありがとうございますということです。で、2点目、ジスコの松富さんにぜひパキスタンに来ていただいて、見ていただきたいということです。で、最後、本日参加していただいている方、特に日本の人たちもパキスタンに来て、ぜひ現地の状況を確認していただきたいと。で、もっとパキスタンのことを知っていただきたいということです。
Sir, thank you very much making this event a real interactive with directly the concerned authorities in Pakistan. So I'll continue with my presentation again. Thank you, Atif. Please stay with us. Thank you again. So again,
Just one last thing here.
Sir.
We have Director General from the Bureau of Immigrants and Overseas Employment. He is with us. And then we have Managing Director from Overseas Employment Corporation, and their representatives are sitting with me. So I would like that if anything is there, I would like to request them to also share their points if they have any. So that is, kindly keep that in mind.
Sure,
Thank you.
Sure, sir. Thank you. So in the slide in front of you, you can see the Pakistani organizations involved, like from public sector and private sector. We have, again, at the cost of repetition, Ministry of Overseas Pakistani and Human Resource Development at top. And we have the Senior Joint Secretary here with us, and he was just talking with all of you. Then we have Bureau of Immigration. Bureau of Immigration is maybe just not like OTET, but they do all the things that OTET is doing, but they have some other responsibilities as well under the law in Pakistan. Then Overseas Employment Corporation, again a public sending organization. I have already told all of you they have started dispatching trainees, and as far as their representation is concerned, so I am representing them. So maybe we can have a meeting after this event. So then we have private sector Overseas Employment Promoters Association, and on the left side of His Excellency Ambassador, we have Mr. Nadeem Iqbal. He is representing POIPA today along with his colleagues from the private sector. So we are trying to do all efforts in coordination with all the stakeholders. Thank you, sir.
はい、それではパキスタンの関係省庁機関の紹介をしていきます。左の方にある表を見ていただきたいんですけども、一番上が在外パキスタン海外人材省 OBHRD、先ほどのお話をされた方の省です。ここが日本で言えば一番上の省に当たりますので、言ってみれば厚生労働省とか入管に当たります。で、その下、2つ下の左の方、BOE 移民海外雇用局、ここが送り出し機関を管理する機関になっております。日本で例えるならば外国人技能実習機構みたいな日本ODIT は組合を管理するところなんですけども、この BOE は送り出し機関を管理して、承認したり、また何かあればライセンスの剥奪とかそういうことを考えたりする省でもあります。でその隣が、OEC ですね。これは政府系の送り出し機関の一つです。あと下の2つは送り出し機関の協会です。政府系と民間の協会があると。で一番下のポエパ民間の送り出し機関の協会なんですけど、その代表者のナディーム・イクバリさんがここにいらっしゃっておりますので、後ほど挨拶はしていただきます。
Other than these stakeholders, we have some other public bodies who are making their efforts to ensure, properly trained manpower from Pakistan. So one of that institution is National University of Technology. After my talk, of course, NewTech will be representing their slides, so you will be knowing about them as well. Yes, please.
ここにない関係の方も各関係者機関の方もいらっしゃって、皆さんでこの人材の送り出しを一体となってやっております。国立科学技術大学の方もいますので、後で前に来ていただいて説明をしていただきます。
So again, because I think it's getting boring a little bit, so although Captain Usman Zakaria just invited Matsutomi-san, but it does not mean that the supervising organization cannot visit Pakistan. So you all are invited. So I am inviting you. Poipa is here, General Saab is here from NewTech, so they can host you, they can tell you about Pakistan, so you must visit Pakistan. For any kind of guidance, any information, my office is always available. Thank you.
皆さんパキスタン、日本の方どうしてもいらっしゃるんですけども、お互いに行き来していただいてですね、お互いの国を知っていただければと思います。
So these are different ways that how the Japanese companies can connect with the Pakistani sending organizations through these seminars. We have started a series of seminars, and I'm sure next time we'll be meeting in Aichi, somewhere in Nagoya. And then of course there is a portal, there is a website, just like quoted, Bureau of Immigration and Overseas Employment. So website is over there. We will be sharing this material with you, so you can go through that website. It's just like OTIT website. This website has the information of all the sending agencies in Pakistan. Then Poipa, they have also a website, so it's over there. And of course, through Pakistan Embassy in Tokyo.
はい、それでは送り出し機関との連携方法について説明しております。まずはこのような今日やっているセミナーまたはジョブヘアで皆さん送り出し機関とつながることができます。あとは BOE のウェブサイト、あとはポエパのウェブサイト、あとは駐日パキスタン大使館でも随時紹介させていただいておりますので、いつでもご連絡ください。
So these 2-3 slides are about Bureau of Immigration, like what they do, what is the law in Pakistan. So because we understand that the Japan need details, right? How they are coming to Pakistan, what kind of rules, regulations are there in Pakistan. So there is an immigration ordinance, of course, on the website of Bureau of Immigration, you can find the soft copies of all the rules, regulations, all the laws. Maybe soon we are trying to translate those regulations, laws in Japanese, and those will be available on the website of Mission as well. So this is what we are doing to facilitate our supervising organization in Japan.
はい、次に移民海外雇用局 BOE がどのような法的枠組みで機能しているかというのを説明します。
So these are 2-3 main functions of Bureau of Immigration. They control and regulate immigration. they facilitate, supervise, and monitor the activities of OEPs, just like OTATE. They are supervising SVOs, and they advise federal government on immigration policies.
はい、主に役割は3つありまして、移住者関連の法案の管理、海外職業紹介事業者の管理、これは先ほど私が申しました送り出し機関の管理ということになります。で、最後に連邦政府への提言です。
So these are some interesting and most relevant slides. These are the trend from Pakistan. Like 96% migration is to GCC, Gulf countries. You can see the skill composition, highly qualified. We have highly skilled equivalent to SSW. So it's 42%, like 43% around. As per the standards of Japan, like you are looking so many hundreds of thousands skilled workers under Tukhtegino program, those who have passed N4 Japanese language proficiency test, skill test passed. So we have a huge number, like 43%, and then the biggest number is of that TATP, like we have semi-skilled. So now we have already advised our sending agencies in Pakistan that you need to focus on the young population, like specifically if you can target high school graduates, they can come, they can learn that basic Japanese language, they can join Japanese companies as trainees, then of course after 3 years they can convert to SSW, and then they can have a beautiful and successful career in Japan.
はい、それではBOE に登録された労働者のデータです。合計1251万人が BOE のサイトに登録してて、BOE は現在のところ主に湾岸諸国に人材を送り込んでおります。湾岸諸国というのは例えばドバイだとかカタールだとかあの辺の地域です。で、各人材の種類なんですけども、下の2つを見てもらったら分かる通り、特定技能と技能実習のと同水準の方々が現在中東諸国、湾岸諸国に送り出されております。BOE としてはこの今中東に送り出している方々を日本にぜひ送り出して数を増やしたいと思っております。
So these are the immigration trend to Japan. Like 47% highly qualified, like IT software engineers, other engineers, then unskilled, then semi-skilled, then skilled. So again, we are focusing on the requirements of Japan to achieve the desired targets to have a close coordination between both countries in this sector as well.
それでは近年日本に来た労働者のデータです。ここではハイリークオリファイド、高度人材が多くなっておりますけども、今後大使館と各日本とパキスタンの努力によって、技能実習と特定技能の人材が増えることが予想されております。
So this slide is about the sending organizations. We have more than 2,400 private sending organizations, one public sector private sending organization, and of course National University of Technology is there. So as Captain Usman Zakaria was talking before, this is the list of our approved sending organization for TATP. I can see many faces in the audience that who are from this list. We have physical presence of National University of Technology at serial number 1, then at serial number 5, then at 6, then at 8, then at 10. Then the next slide is we have the physical presence from serial number 13, then from 17, 19, 20. So almost half of the approved sending organizations are here today. So I request the Japanese friends to have some words with them, to tell them that what they want so they can go back to Pakistan and prepare.
Half of them are here in that room.
Yes.
はい、それでは送り出し機関の紹介をしていきたいと思います。今リストにある通り合計20の送り出し機関がありまして、そのうち2つですね、1と2が政府系になります。3から20が民間となります。で、このリストにある約半数の送り出し機関の代表者が 今このセミナーに来ていただいておりますので、このセミナーの後ぜひ名刺交換等していただいて交流をしていただければと思います。
So this would be small information about Overseas Employment Corporation and National University of Technology. Right now, Newtek is doing business just for TATP, but they are going to target SSW as well in future, and they will be a licensed OEP, I'm sure, in near future. So before requesting Newtek, I would be just showing you 2-3 slides about Overseas Employment Corporation. This is a public sector organization. Again, the mandate of this organization is manpower promotion for citizens of Pakistan. So they are already working with Korea, they are already working with Kuwait, with with different countries. So they have diverse experience. Actually, they are the torch bearers. They will set an example, and then the private sector will take a lead. So this is the small detail about Overseas Employment Corporation. They have dispatched around Ichiman workers to South Korea. They are coordinating with the Ministry of Health Kuwait. They are also coordinating with other different countries, and right now they have signed agreements with more than 20 Kyoto Kumiais in Japan.
はい、それではここから政府系の送り出し機関の紹介をしていきます。まずは OEC の方です。OEC としては、役割としてはパキスタンの人材を世界中で普及することとして、今は世界各国に送り出しを進めております。でも実績の主なところだけ紹介します。約1万人を韓国にすでに送り出しをしていて、日本の20以上の管理団体と送り出し契約を締結しております。でこれからもすでに10名弱ぐらいの方が技能実習生として日本にいらっしゃっていて、この数は今後も増えていく予定です。
So they have already started their Japanese language training program. It's a continuous program. They are giving training to the trainees who want to come to Japan as interns, and because they are also dispatching as well, so they are going to upgrade to the N4 level for Tukhtegino.
OEC は日本語のプログラムを用意しておりまして、日本実習生が来日する準備として随時受けております。今はだいたい N5 ぐらいのを目標に勉強させているんですけども、今後は N4 の候補者も増えるように今努力をしております。
So as Captain Usman Zakaria, he was mentioning that we have Director General, Bureau of Immigration online, we have Managing Director, Overseas Employment Corporation online available. So in case of any questions from the audience, they are going to give you that answer. They are, of course, they are part of the government of Pakistan, so assurance is always there. But if there are some specific questions, they can answer online as well. Now I would request Newtek for their small brief presentation about National University of Technology, and they are going to tell us that what is Newtek and what they are doing right now. So thank you so very much, sir. Please.
それでは政府の送り出し機関の一つの国立科学技術大学の説明をしていただきます。
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Konnichiwa minasana, and good afternoon. And we are really very delighted and pleased to be here today attending this seminar. For this, we are really grateful to His Excellency Ambassador Karat Saab, Pakistan Embassy staff, and Community Welfare Attaché. You will translate now or I will continue?
Continue.
Okay.
Maybe slide by slide.
Okay. Definitely we are here to meet some old friends and make some new friends. As you have been told by Community Welfare Attaché that Newtek is also one of the two public sector organizations which are standing organizations. And we would present you an overview of National University of Technology, that what we are, who we are, and what we are doing, and we'll present you various facets of skill developments being coordinated by National University of Technology. And in New Tech team, we have Mr. Nadeem, who is the Director of Skill Development, and we have Mr. Wakar, who is the representative of New Tech in Japan. So for the detailed or brief overview of New Tech, over to Mr. Nadeem.
はい、それでは国立科学技術大学のプレゼンになります。まず先ほど挨拶していただきましたのはモアザム・エジャス学長になります。ヌーテックというふうにこのセミナーでは略称で呼ばせていただきます。ヌーテックの日本の代表者も来ていただいておりまして、前に座っている若春さんが日本側の窓口となっております。で詳細につきましては別の担当者から今から説明させていただきます。
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Excellency, the Ambassador of Pakistan in Japan, Honorable Senior Vice President JITCO, Community Welfare Attaché, supervising organizations from Japan, and our Pakistani friends. Good morning and konnichiwa. This is the organization of TITP at National University of Technology. General Mausam is our rector. He is heading the university. I am looking after the skills development program in the university. My team consists of Mr. Wakar Ali Bhatti. He is the representative of New Tech in Japan. Mr. Wakar, if you can stand up, please.
こんにちは、皆様。こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。
He is based in Japan and representing New Tech. Then I have my assistant director, Mr. Kadus. Then we have two Japanese nationals in New Tech. One is Mr. Arman. He is our Japanese language instructor. All the students who are coming for the TITP in Japan, we already have 6 internees in Hokkaido region. They have been taught Japanese language and the culture by Mr. Arman. And then we have Ms. Khatija. She is also a Japanese national, and she is looking after all the documentation of the internees who are coming to Japan.
それでは最初のスライドです。まず組織図なんですけども、最初にお話ししていただいた理事長ですね、エイジャス・モーザムさんで、今ご挨拶していただいているのが局長のナディームさんです。で先ほど顔を見せていただいた若春さんは日本に住んでいただいて住んでて窓口ヌーテックの窓口として担当されております。で右の下の2人なんですけども、日本語の先生です。まず1人がパキスタン人のアルマンさんなんですけども、アルマンさんも日本に住んでて日本語の先生として先生をされています。で右下のさつきさんは、パキスタンに在住のヌーテックで日本語を教えていらっしゃる方です。
Okay, in Pakistan, we have 8 levels of education. First 5 cover the skills training, 6 is for the 4-year undergrad program, 7 is master's, 8 is doctorate level studies. New Tech is the first university which is covering all 8 levels of education in Pakistan and covering the whole education spectrum of Pakistan. This is the first university.
それではニューテックの職業資格フレームワークなんですけども、ニューテックはこのレベル1からレベル8まで、パキスタンの一番最初の教育から一番高い教育まで全てカバーしているということです。
These are some of the courses that are being conducted under the skills program. We have a special focus on the IT and the high-tech training, and these are some of the courses that we are conducting, which include the robotics, mobile app development, project management, cybersecurity, digital marketing, and all the high-tech courses.
IT の教育にも力を入れてて、ここに記載されているような各コースを用意しております。
The skills department looks after all the skills training of our interns, and it also gives them language level training.
はい、これが技能開発部ということで、職業訓練や日本語の教育を行っている写真となります。
Besides the state-of-the-art labs for the courses, we have a language lab also for conduct of language training. Right now, we are conducting Japanese language training, Korean language we are also starting, and the Chinese language we are also conducting. These are some of the foreign languages that we are conducting at New Tech.
ではニューテックが開催する日本語の語教室の写真になります。このような写真になりまして、でニューテックとしてすでに6人北海道に技能実習生を送り込んでおり、その6人もこのような教室で勉強された方になります。
New Tech is also a qualification awarding body. This is the only body in Pakistan which is certified to give certificates for all the skills training, be it construction, hospitality, all the skills that are given are New Tech is authorized by the government of Pakistan to certify it, meaning that all the certificates issued by New Tech are recognized in Pakistan and abroad also.
この科学技術大学は政府、もちろん国立の大学でして、あらゆる教育レベル、あらゆる資格の付与もできます。
We are also affiliating institutes and we have many affiliated institutes also.
はい、協力している国、また機関もたくさんあります。
Okay, coming over to the international collaborations, we have with Japan, Saudi Arabia, China, and Finland. These are the ones which are actually going on at New Tech right now.
はい、日本に加えてフィンランド、サウジアラビア、中国とも、日本でいう技能実習の提携みたいな、そういう協定に基づいて人材を送り出しております。で、その職業訓練、事前の訓練もニューテックの方で行っております。
Coming over to the, I'll focus on the technical intern training program only. Coming over to the TITP program.
それでは技能実習生のについてのニューテックのプログラムについて説明します。
This is a flow diagram. We are a sending organization, meaning we select the candidates, conduct their interviews, give them the training and the cultural training, and then we complete all the sending formalities, and then we send them to the supervising organizations in Japan. Then they move on to the implementing and the accepting organizations. They do all the work, and after 3 to 5 years, they return back to Pakistan. This is the cycle as per the Japanese government approval.
技能実習制度の流れです。まずは2国間の協定に基づいて、送り出しとしては事前の教育をしてから日本の管理団体に実習生を渡します。で、就労後、3年または5年ぐらい日本に就労して、またパキスタンに戻ってきて、人によっては同じ仕事で働いたり、違う仕事で働いたりということがあります。
Right now, our first batch consists of 65 interns, which include 12 from the automobile repair, 19 excavation works, 10 fishery, 21 agriculture, and 3 care workers. All of them have been trained by New Tech, and some of them have already reported in Japan, and rest are under approval process at various ministries in Japan.
最初の特定、すみません、技能実習生の送り出しとしては合計65人予定しており、そのうち6人はすでに来日して、就労を開始しております。カテゴリーとしては自動車整備、あとは掘削、建設ですね、あとは漁業、あと介護になっております。
This is our first batch. On the right, they have reported in Japan. This is when they came to Hokkaido in January 23. This is a picture of our trainees that are here right now. And on the left is the 65 trainees which have been given the skills training and the language training by the National University of Technology.
それでは右の方の写真は、6人の北海道の実習生が日本に到着した時の写真です。今後合計65人を予定しているので、どんどん来日は増える予定です。
We have many affiliated institutes, and this institute, Construction Technical Training Institute, which was established by JICA, is our affiliated institute, meaning that we are giving certification to this institute, and this is one of the best institute of construction established by Japan. So construction is our strong area, and we can give the interns in this area as well.
はい、それでは関係の機関ですね、このような JICA も含め 皆さんと協力しながら実習生の送り出しを進めております。
So this is during your visit to New Tech, sir.
松野様がパキスタンにいらした時の写真も載せております。
Okay, this is the last slide that first batch of interns have already reported in Japan. We claim that we have the complete infrastructure. We can do the training, the skills training required as per the Japanese standard. We can give them the Japanese language training also, certify them also, because we are the instructors, we are the qualification awarding body, our certifications are recognized everywhere. For construction related skills, this is one of the focus areas that we have an institute like CTTI, which was established by JICA. We have many other institutes. AIT stands for ASPRI, Institute of Technology, and ATINs, Applied Technology Institutes. They are with us, which specialize in construction. Another area that we feel that we have good quality is our hospitality management. For the hotels, travel agencies, and care workers, we have the hospitality training also going on in our university. We have a collaboration with Finland in hospitality, and all our certificates of hospitality, they are issued from Finland. So hospitality is being issued by Finland, which is recognized throughout EU. And all our hospitality students who have graduated are currently working. It's 100% employability for us right now. Most of them are in foreign countries, and we intend to send them to Japan for TITP as well. And we are already participating in TITP, and we would like to invite more supervising organizations to please come, and we would love to work with them and send more interns. And plus, we are also have already requested the embassy to kindly consider us for the specified skilled worker program as well.
はい、今後のリューテックの予定としてはここに記載されているようなものです。代表的なもので言えば、もっと日本の管理団体の方と交流を深めたいということで、今日の機会を利用して皆さんとお会いしたいので、ぜひ今後名刺交換していただいて交流を深めていただきたいと思います。
This is our contract in Pakistan. We have an email address also, which is given on the slide, titp.office@newtech.edu.pk. And in Japan, Mr. Wakar Bhatti is our representative. He is based here in Japan. This is his email. So any contract required in Japan and Pakistan, these are addresses, including the phone and the cell numbers.
それでは連絡先なんですけども、ヌーテック直接連絡していただいても結構ですし、日本の窓口の若原さん、今いらっしゃる方に連絡していただいても大丈夫です。ぜひ交流していただきたいと思います。
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So thank you so very much, Nadeem Saab, and thank you so very much, Takuchi-san. So before moving to the private sector participants here in the seminar, I would just like to draw your attention to a slide presented by Mr. Nadeem. This one. Thank you, sir. I just want to explain it.
Oh.
Okay. So, National University of Technology, Matsutomi-san has already mentioned that there is nothing to be afraid of. They are very polite people. They are there to facilitate, and these are the skills. There are 8 levels, so we are actually from 1 to 5. So we can get our trainees from these steps. We can get our skilled workers. So they are growing. They are learning. They are here to learn from you. They are here to connect with you. So National University of Technology means just a sending organization of Pakistan. So you just need to think about New Tech as a sending organization, not as a university. Of course, they have that ecosystem. They have all that infrastructure to train. But let me tell you one more thing, this is actually for your benefit, for the Japanese company's benefit. Like you can tell them 6 months before, 1 year before that, after 1 year, 6 months, we need this kind of trained manpower. So they can prepare that, training module. They can give you that trained manpower, maybe in any field. There are hundreds of fields. They are adding more and more. His Excellency Ambassador was also suggesting some initiatives to them that they can take many initiatives to speed up the process. But this is not just the story, they are ready to coordinate with the private sector as well, private sector of Pakistan as well. So again, I would just say there is nothing to be afraid of.
はい、ヌーテックのこの教育レベルの話からあったと思うんですけど、そこに付け加えなんですけども、技能実習と特定技能で言えば、レベル1からレベル5に該当するということです。で、大学が送り出し機関になるということは、ちょっとイレギュラーな他の国ではないことだと思うんですけども、特にそこは何も気にしなくてよくて、単純に送り出し機関と認識していただければ結構です。で、大学ということで職業訓練にも強いですので、事前に日本に来る前にちゃんと教育を行って日本に送り出す体制が他の送り出し機関よりもしっかりしていると認識していただければいいと思います。
Okay, thank you, Takeuchi-san. So, with this, I would like to end this theoretical part, and you can see on the screen where the Director General of Bureau of Immigration and Overseas Employment, of course. And if there would be any question, we would request you, sir, for the guidance. Of course, you are always there for us. And with that, I would request Mr. Nadeem Iqbal to come on stage, his short remarks on what POIPA wants to do and what they have in their mind. And after that, very small introduction of all the approved sending agencies. I would request all of them to come on stage one by one with a small introduction, but not more than a minute. So it would be easy for Takeuchi-san to translate as well. Nadeem-san, please.
それではPOIPA民間の海外職業紹介事業者の代表者に挨拶をしていただきます。でその後送り出し機関の方々一人一人ちょっと前の方に来ていただいて、短いですけども挨拶も予定しております。それではよろしくお願いします。
Thank you very much. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the participants who are here today, and especially being the representative of Pakistan Overseas Employment Promoters Association. This is a trade body, registered organization, more than 2,500 registered OEPs, and few of us already here, and I would like to invite every one of them who are physically here to just introduce about themselves. I will not take your time. Pakistani personnel are very highly skilled and adaptable and will be able to adapt in Japan. POIPA believes that the active participation of the Pakistani human resources in Japan is important not only for the individual success but also for the economic development of our country. We are fully aware of the language and cultural barriers, differences in working practices and challenges workers face. Therefore, POIPA has prepared a training program specific in preparation for working in Japan. Finally, I would like to thank the Ministry of Human Resources, Overseas Pakistanis and HRD in Japan, development also in the Embassy of Japan, basically Pakistan in Japan, and the relevant Japanese organizations for holding this special seminar. So I would like to invite my colleagues just to introduce yourself just for 1 minute.
We'll invite them serial wise, like we have a serial. So thank you. If you can translate what Nadeem-san was mentioning.
それではPOIPAの代表の方、ナディームさんの挨拶です。ようやくだけにします。パキスタンの人材は高度なスキルを持ち、順応性があり、日本にも適用できるでしょう。人材の送り込みは我が国の経済発展にとっても重要だと考えております。文化の違いを認識して、語学の上達に取り組んで、日本に送り出したいと思います。最後に参加者の皆さんありがとうございますということです。
So, thank you so very much, Nadeem Saab, for your presence here, for your words, and thank you, Takeuchi-san, again. So, on the slide, you can see that's the serial number, that's the actual order. This is not priority order, by the way. This is actually the date of approval. So, NewTek was approved first alphabetically, and then from 3 onward, from 3 to 20 it's alphabetic. So NewTek, you have already listened to Nadeem Saab and Rector NewTek. Then Overseas Employment Corporation, they are online available. Abu Hamas, no. Al Asmat Enterprise, no. Al Hadi Enterprise, I would request Mudassar Sharif, please come and just introduce yourself.
それでは送り出し官の今日来場していらっしゃる方の説明に行きます。この表はアルファベット順になっていますので、今回はシリアルナンバー
Serial number 5. Please complete.
5番のアルハディプレイスメントサービスの代表者となります。すみません、よろしくお願いします。Please.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. This is Mudassir from Al Hadi Placement Services. We are in this field since 15 years. We are recruiting the manpower from Pakistan for GCC and different part of the world. So we provide the manpower from construction, hospitality, FMCG, and different part of the different sectors. So we will contribute in this market, hopefully. We'll contribute with Japan in the economy of Pakistan and Japan. We'll let you know. Sorry to say.
No, it's okay. So please take your time. So,
Sorry.
thank you. Thank you, Mudassir sir. Please, the question you can translate it.
はい、簡単に言えばアルハディ5番のアルハディプレイスメントサービスさんですね、人材の海外の送り出しを15年間やっております。今はさまざまな職種をやっており、主に湾岸諸国への送り出し機関をやっております。でその中に介護も含むということです。でこの今、湾岸諸国に送り出しているのをぜひ日本にも広めたいということです。
Okay, thank you again, Mudassir sir. Sir.
Contact details of
Ji. So as per again the direction of His Excellency Ambassador, we will share the material, the contact details of sending agencies, SVOs with each other. Like we will coordinate. We have your emails, but please I would request.
Profiles दे देना कि हम क्या क्या करते हैं, what expertise do we have, what can we provide, so that people know who to contact and and how to sort of rationalize the expectations.
Sir. So for the sending agencies, मैं उर्दू में बात कर लेता हूँ. जो यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं, जो ऑनलाइन मौजूद हैं, आप सबके पास हमारा ईमेल आईडी है. आप उस पर अगर अपना एक प्रोफाइल जिस पे आपका कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर, आपकी जिस तरह से न्यूटेक ने प्रेजेंट किया है, तो हम वो सारा जापानी जो हमारे फ्रेंड्स हैं उनसे शेयर कर देंगे. So now I would be moving to the serial number 6, Allied Services International Private Limited, Shehzad sir. I think he needs some clapping and applause because he is traveling from Pakistan.
では6番のアライドサービスインターナショナルプライベートリミテッドの方です。パキスタンから飛行機で来ていただいたみたいです。よろしくお願いします。
My name is Shehzad Mumtaz and I'm representing Allied Services International Private Limited. First of all, I would like to thank everyone. I know there's a lot of people that have been involved in making this possible, and I would like to thank everyone that has been involved. Just a little introduction about our company. We have been in the overseas recruitment business for 45 years, which makes us one of the oldest organizations. We have 3 offices in Pakistan, in all the main cities, Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad. We have 2 international offices in UAE and Saudi. We have our own training centers, which are obviously constantly being developed and improved. And given this initiative, we would definitely like to introduce a training session for Japanese culture, language. I truly believe that this is a great initiative, especially because of the economic imbalance between the 2 countries. As you know, there's a lot of unemployment and a lot of skilled workforce available. And the economic disparity between the 2 countries makes it very viable for the people of Pakistan to benefit from this, while the Japanese organizations can benefit from a highly skilled workforce and which is very inclined to work in this setup. So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
はい、では謝罪さんの挨拶です。この会社は45年間人材の送り出しを海外向けにやっております。カラチ、イスラマバード、ラホールにオフィスを持って、海外にも UAE、サウジにもオフィスを持っております。トレーニングにも、力を入れております。今後パキスタンと日本の需要と供給がマッチするこの技能実習と特定技能の分野で人材の供給を始めていきたいと思っております。
Thank you. Now, serial number 8. I think Bahria Recruiting Agency is not here today. So, Bruce Japan PK, Mr. Rehan. Okay, you want Nishihata-san to? Okay, thank you.
じゃあ8番のブロスジャパン PK の紹介になります。代表者は西畑さんとなりまして、日本人の方です。ブロスジャパンは日本に本社がありまして、パキスタンにグループ会社があります。でグループ会社の社長がアリさんですね。
よろしくお願いします。
で日本の本体の社長が西畑さんになっております。では西畑さんからご挨拶していただきます。よろしくお願いします。
So just for clarification, he's not coming from Pakistan. He's coming from Pakistan. He's coming from Tokyo.
皆さんはじめまして、私ブロスジャパン PK の西畑と申します。こちらにいますが、いますのが共同代表のアリでございます。私はですね、2人でビジネスをパキスタンでやり始めて約10年経ってますんで、もうパキスタンにはよく行きます。で、今回ですね、縁がございまして、日本語学校を作ろうということで、2000年の9月にパキスタンのハイデラバードで日本語学校を開校いたしました。現在、ハイデラバードおよびカラチの方で日本語学校と研修施設を持ってやっておりまして、この3年間でですね、N5 ではありますけれども、日本語の資格をですね、約100名も取ってですね、卒業しております。で、先般、2023年のこの3月にですね、承認をいただきまして、すでに東京でセミナーを行いまして、もう東京の方ではですね、組合の方と協定書を結びまして、すでに面接に入って、来週も日本の企業さんが、パキスタンのカラチの方に来まして、面接をスタートする予定になっていまして、現在、6名、も希望が来ております。それ以外にも企業さんの方からですね、少しずつ問い合わせが来ておりますので、今後進めていきたいと思っております。私と常日頃は東京に常駐しておりまして、私の会社にもこの4月に新卒でパキスタン人1名採用しておりますので、そのあたりのケアですね、人材のケアはできるような体制をとっておりますし、今こちらにいますアリの方はもう日本語ペラペラですので、パキスタンの方はウルドゥー語、英語、日本語で対応できるということで、人材のもうルートはできておりますので、何かご質問等ありましたら、この後ぜひ名刺交換をさせていただきまして、質問等をですね、倒していきたいと思っておりますので、今後のパキスタンの若い人たちの、日本へ来るですね、チャンスをですね、ぜひ皆さんに協力していただいてですね、人材の確保ということで、パキスタンの人たちをぜひ入れていただければと思っておりますので、今後ともよろしくお願いいたします。
So, I would save some time. I would just tell you one thing in Urdu maybe. ब्रोज जापान पीके ने प्राइवेट सेक्टर के लिए पहली डिमांड ऑलरेडी सिक्योर कर ली है और ट्रेनिंग्स की, और उस पे उन्होंने काम शुरू कर दिया है. सो दैट्स आई थिंक नीड्स applause a lot of, you know, thank you. So I think we don't have Descon Engineering today. Hana Global, I think their representative Sumira sir. जो रेप्स हैं जो पाकिस्तानी OEPs को यहाँ पे रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, अगर वो बोलना चाहते हैं तो अपना अगर बिजनेस कार्ड मुझे यहाँ पे दे देंगे तो वो भी उनसे भी हम उनके रिमार्क्स लेंगे. प्लीज.
こんにちは。花グローバルエージェンシーの杉田マリアです。日本代表です。妹がパキスタンで去年から 人材派遣会社を始めました。妹はもともとパキスタンで、国会議員をやっていて今で、その前に2013年から2018年まで、女性開発大臣をやっていました。去年から、派遣会社を始めて、その前からも輸出輸入など、ヒマラヤ岩の輸出輸入などのずっと仕事を20年間してまいりました。日本とパキスタンとの間で。すいません、準備できてなかったね。
Okay, thank you. Thank you for inviting us. So, I hope the Japanese friends understood what she said, so I don't need to translate it.
You can try.
Maybe I can try, no, but later, thank you. Haq Overseas, I think that we don't have their representation today. Hikari, no, Mansol. Abdul Khalik Saab.
Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Abdul Khalik Khan from Mansol Manpower Solution. We are in the manpower business as well as vocational training from Pakistan. We have our offices in Rawalpindi as well and have a head office in Lahore. And in training we have different branches in Pakistan, like Salikabad, we have Sheikhupura, we have Tehia. And of course our main training setup is in Lahore. And we are providing very highly quality skilled manpower, like vocational training, like welders, fabricators and other oil and gas sector. I am in this business since last 40 years, including 13 years with my own company, Mansol Manpower Solution and Vocational Training. And we are supplying manpower to all the Gulf countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain, and some other part of the Gulf. And recently we have exported manpower to Korea as well, as an E7 visa, highly skilled manpower, first time from Pakistan. And now we are in Japan as well. We are trying hard to provide quality manpower to Japan. We are in the construction industry, and then we know about high-tech, we have manpower, and then we have language center as well on Korea and Japanese language center we have in Pakistan. We are providing, we are training people for this TIT program for Japan as well.
Thank you.
ではマンソールマンパワーの代表の方です。マンソールマンパワーはラホールに本社があり、訓練機関はパキスタンの各地にもあります。代表的な挨拶のところでは、韓国に送り出しをすでにしており、今後日本にも広げていきたいということです。
जो लोग इस वक्त ऑनलाइन हैं पाकिस्तान से जूम पे, उनको मैं सिर्फ ये बताता चलूँ जस्ट फॉर द इंफॉर्मेशन कि ये पूरा जो सेमिनार है ये ब्रॉडकास्ट किया जा रहा है पाकिस्तान एम्बेसी के ऑफिशियल चैनल्स जो फेसबुक और यूट्यूब पे है। हम उसकी डिटेल आपसे दोबारा भी शेयर कर देंगे ताकि अगर आपने कुछ मिस कर दिया है तो आप उसको दोबारा से कैच कर सकें। MYB इंटरनेशनल इज नॉट हियर, कोयटा ओवरसीज एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रमोटर्स नॉट हियर, Qureshi Manpower Bureau no, RBS Brothers, Mr. Rashid, please hand of applause to him.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you, Excellency, General Sir, Kumar Sir. It's really a great opportunity for us. We are here in Osaka. I think we're here first time in Japan and Osaka. And I'm in this business last 30 years, maybe 33 years. And we supplied more than 100,000 workers in the Gulf countries and Eastern Europe and Europe, Poland, Croatia, Serbia. For Croatia and Serbia, I'm the first to supply the manpower to the Eastern Europe countries, particularly Serbia and Croatia. And also we supplied manpower to Italy and Malaysia. We have a bit issues regarding the Japanese manpower because we don't have that much language, you can say, the student there in Pakistan, but we're trying to increase the number, and hopefully in future Pakistan will be the biggest market for the Japanese people,
And Pakistani people, they are hard workers, they are skillful, and we'll try to make it Japan our second GCC country. So thank you very much to inviting us here in Osaka. Thank you.
Thank you. RBS ブラザーズの挨拶でした。過去33年で1000人以上の労働者を湾岸諸国ヨーロッパに送り出してきました。今の課題は日本語教育施設にちょっとあるんですけども、今後日本語教育にも力を入れて日本にも人材の送り込みを広げたいということでした。
Thank you, Rashi-san. Thank you, Rakutis. So, sponsor Manpower Bureau, they are not here. Trans-Arabian Travel and Trade, Mr. Zia Qureshi, please.
Assalamu alaikum, good morning to everybody. Perhaps I am the oldest by looking also. We have completed 50 years. 50 years of supplying manpower from Pakistan to the Gulf, Middle East, Central Asia and other countries. So this year we have completed. So I would like to introduce something about this private sector before introducing myself. 98% of the workforce going from Pakistan to all over the world, 98% is from the private sector. And you people have said, Jitko man, the ambassador, this our embassy, we are really grateful that finally they have invited us and we have come all along from almost 14-15 hours flight to here to introduce ourselves. So I will take this opportunity. About in 1973, the Gulf was just like a desert. Just as a desert. Not India, not Bangladesh. Firstly, Pakistani were asked to come over there and start some construction with manual equipment, everything manual, okay? So now you see the Middle East, the Gulf, the Qatar, everything. They are one of the best industries, building. So the pioneers, the beginners, they were the Pakistani people under extreme, even the fans were not there in the camps. Even the fans, they had 42 to 45 degrees centigrade. So these were the Pakistani workers. Secondly, the Pakistani have the coldest, all the mountains and everything, the coldest weather, our worker is there. The hottest weather, our worker is there. So the Japanese brothers, be relaxed and be happy that finally you have opened Pakistan. Yes, it will take time. It will take time, but once we are settled, we will satisfy you. So this is overall about Pakistani workers and those 2,500 sitting in Pakistan, everybody is anxious and they are ready to work. So hopefully it will work smoothly. Number two, about ourselves, yes, we have supplied manpower to more than 20 countries of all sectors, IT, construction, hospitality, everything. So one of the best manpower is available in Pakistan, and hopefully our this venture, our this meeting and couple of more in future, some people could not come this time. So the next one should be much better than this one. And really, I can see the Japan, one of the most civilized, most honest, most hardworking people, and we would like to work with you people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President.
トランスアラビアントラベル&トレードの紹介でした。この会社は50年以上人材の送り出しをしています。で、一番言いたいことは 98% のパキスタンから海外に行く労働者は民間の送り出し機関から行っているそうです。政府系はあと 2% ということですね。これを強調されたいということです。で、湾岸諸国はパキスタンの労働者がそちらに働いて建設された国だと。今のカタールとかドバイの発展を見てもらえば分かると思うんですけども、これはパキスタンの建設労働者がそちらに行って尽力されて今の発展した湾岸諸国があるということでした。
So just before inviting the last approved sending organization, I would just make two comments. every Pakistani sending organization was mentioning 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Just imagine what will happen. Some of the Japanese friend will stand up and the person will say, I am accepting training from last 80 years. So what we will have that? You know their ages, so so you need to think about this aspect as well. The other thing that Qureshi was mentioning, we always get questions from Japanese companies about the characteristics of Pakistani workers. So we always tell them that we have just simple question for you. Who built Dubai? So of course, Arabs invested and Pakistani construction workers were there. So thank you for just mentioning this thing as well. So you want to translate this? No. So I would request last approved sending organization, Yumna Overseas Employment Promoters, Mr. Haji Salim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good evening and Assalamu alaikum. My name is Haji Salim from Yumna Overseas, Multan, Pakistan. Last 25 years in manpower, same work, Mr. Rahman. So we have a lot of skilled manpower in my agency, Yumna Overseas, and also we started the trainings by Japanese language. So we hope very soon provided in Japanese manpower and also in cooperated in Japanese side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
いろんなオーバーシーズエンプロイメントプロモーターズの挨拶でした。ここは25年間人材の送り出しを海外向けにやっているということです。中東向けに加え、日本も送り出しの先として加えることに非常に喜ばしくて、今後数を増やしていきたいということです。
So just on the screen, you can see the online participation from Pakistan. We got registration requests from more than 150 sending agencies in Pakistan. So you can see the excitement. You can see that almost all the capable sending agencies in Pakistan, they want to connect with Japan. So they are on the screen. So मैं जो ऑनलाइन है जितने भी हमारे OEPs उनको ये बताना चाहूँगा कि you all people are on screen right now. And the Japanese SVOs, other accepting companies, they can see you. So thank you so very much for joining us as well. So I think they deserve a clapping as well. Thank you. So before requesting His Excellency Ambassador to come and conclude this event, we will be having a small question answer session. But before that, let me tell you one thing. This process is not just between sending agency and supervising organization. There are many actors, there are many stakeholders that are working on both sides of, in Pakistan and in Japan as well. So as you were just hearing the name of Mr. Wakar, he's representing New Tech here in Japan. We have with us Mr. Hassan Bhatt as well. So if you can stand up, please. So I would request him to please come in because it's about Japanese language. So he's the guy, he learned almost N1 level. So I think now he will speak in Japanese language to just showcase the potential of Pakistan to learn Japanese language. Hassan.
皆さんこんにちは。あまり時間いただきませんが、ちょっと優秀な方って言われましたが、ちょっと日本語で自分の紹介をさせていただきますので、よろしくお願いします。2016年で日本に来ていただいて日本語科学校通ってまして、2級を取れて学校を途中で辞めたんですけどでその後にいろいろビジネスをやっていただいて人材の方もじゃあちょっと皆さんと逆の経験になるんですけど、パキスタンからじゃなくてフィリピン、ベトナムとネパールから人材を日本に送り出しているということで経験がございますので。で今からパキスタンもハナグローブルっていう送り出し機関の代表駐在員として 日本でこれからやり始めたいと思っておりますので、ぜひよろしくお願いいたします。
Thank you, Hasan. But I would request His Excellency Ambassador as well. You know, he was here to learn Nihongo in 1989. I was born in 1988. So he still speaks, you know, maybe not very excellent, but good Japanese, you know. So we will request because I'm Daijin sir. So we have 3 more participants. Very quickly, if I request all of them to come here. Recruitment International, Mr. Mohammad Rashid, Mr. Ahmed Khan from Koipa, and Mr. Nadeem Iqbal. If you all 3 can come together and have small comments. Thank you.
Officer, may I intervene?
Hi, good evening.
Sir.
Sorry to interrupt. Officer, can I intervene a little?
Gigi, please, sir.
I would request, if it is possible, as we are, all participants are participating in it, do we have from the Japanese side those supervising agencies or their representatives, if we can listen to them as well? That is important for us and for our WIPA members and all participants which are there. So that is my request if it is
Sir, of course, we will take question and answers, and that segment would be for the Japanese supervising organizations. But you can see them, sir. They are just sitting in front of you, just minus Pakistani faces. So all are Japanese supervising organizations. Please.
Good evening. This is Ahmed, Executive Member of WIPA, Pakistan Overseas Employment Promoter Association. And also I have my own business, Creative Achievers Overseas Recruiter Manpower Company. I just want to request to His Excellency, and we will try to our government, our minister also, to open for all, like Korea also open for all to do business. Everyone want to do business, and this is the right of everyone. I am presenting all of PUIPA, all of OEPs. Because I'm here to present all, because I'm the executive member of the association, I want to request to His Excellency High Commission of Pakistan and Japan to open for all OEPs, because this is everyone want to do business, everyone have the right, everyone have licenses. That's why my request, and inshallah I hope you will be you consider this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. But I just want to, invite your attention. Captain Usman Zakaria has already mentioned that Minister Overseas Pakistanis, and then of course Minister of State on Foreign Affairs, they have already decided that they are going to increase the number.
Only 100. Yeah.
Of course, we will request them that they will keep adding. They will keep adding. So I'm sure it will be done. So no worries. Thank you. Nadeem sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hafiz Lukman sir. As you were mentioning that, there are so much experienced guys. They are mentioning about 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and one of the Japanese 80 years. I may be one of them, which proudly claim that we are in this industry with second generation. My father basically started this business. So Iqbal Group is basically, we have 2 companies, and one of them is my name, Iqbal Manpower Consultants. And my father is the 4th chairman. And now we are 3 brothers, like father, like son. We are in the same industry, and we have been providing manpower from Pakistan. As Mr. Hafiz already mentioned that, mostly manpower were going before to Gulf countries, and now alhamdulillah we are expanding to other countries. So I would like to invite all the Japanese companies that, they should be rest assured that they will have an expert and highly qualified, skilled TITP, all candidates from Pakistan with full trust. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Rashid.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rashid Muhammad. I am representing Recruitment International. Our license was issued in 1999. So almost 24 years we are in this business. And same to the others, we've been supplying labor to the Middle East countries. And to us, I reside in Fukuoka. So we will be providing you all the support if you recruit through us to complete all the paperwork. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, before inviting, yes, Mr.
Thank you. I'd like to take your time because my presentation was not translated. And I'm not quite sure my intention was communicated to the participants from the Pakistani side. I made 2 points in roughly speed.
Masud sir, if you can come here, because then they can see you.
The reform is coming. I think the time frame of the change, interim advisory report next month, final advisory group report this autumn, legislation if early next year. So the implementation will come maybe April 2025. So that is the time frame of the forthcoming change. So please be aware of that. In the process of the change, I think there are several emphases in the already visible in the midterm report. The one of the focus will be language capability. I think embassy introduced inshallah good prospect of the SSW skill test, 5 sectors coming very soon. But when we see the average score, global average score of the skill test, I think success rate is balanced from sector to sector from 40% to 70-80%. So agriculture is the easiest sector to get past. But when we see the average of the Japanese language test for SSW, rate is 40%. This is the global standard. So 2 out of 5. So I think it's very strict. So in that sense, to make good number out of SSW, I think a new focus will be necessary to the language capability. So one of the sending organizations start from language school. I think that's one good idea. And we see similar phenomena in other countries as well. So, but now after the reform, so TITP will not be existing. I think maybe different name. But in substance, foreign workers will keep coming under whatever scheme they may go. But the emphasis on the Japanese language will be there. So please be advised. And that is the 2 points I'd like to emphasize to the Pakistani sending organization. Thank you.
I will just take a minute और इसको मैं ट्रांसलेट कर देता हूँ कि मकसूद सोमी साहब जो बात कर रहे थे मकसूद सोमी साहब जो बात कर रहे थे मकसूद सोमी साहब जो बात कर रहे थे वो कह रहे थे कि जो उन्होंने स्लाइड्स में बात कही वो ये थी कि जो टाइम फ्रेम है एग्जिस्टिंग TITP का वो ये है कि बाय दिसंबर इस साल के आखिर तक वो अपनी फाइनल रिपोर्ट देंगे। अगर कोई लेजिस्लेशन उस पर होनी है तो वो अगले साल होगी और अगर उस पर कोई इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होगा जो भी रिकमेंडेशंस जाएंगी वो अप्रैल 2025 से होगा। तो अप्रैल 2025 क्योंकि जापान का जो माली साल है वो अप्रैल टू मार्च चलता है तो उसके अकॉर्डिंगली ये टाइम फ्रेम होगा। तो आज की डेट में TITP इज इंटैक्ट बट अगेन ही मेंशन्ड दैट कि क्योंकि जो हम आपसे वो शेयर कर देंगे उसका जो इंग्लिश वर्जन है जो क्लियर रिकमेंडेशंस हैं वो उसके ऊपर सबसे ज़्यादा एम्फेसिस है इसके नेम चेंज के ऊपर एंड देन स्मॉल स्ट्रक्चरल एडजस्टमेंट्स। सो हमारी असेसमेंट यही है कि वो इसका नाम चेंज कर देंगे, इसको थोड़ा मॉडिफाई कर देंगे। बट अगेन उन्होंने यही बात की कि फॉरेन वर्कर्स आते रहेंगे, मतलब इसमें वो ट्रेनी के नाम से आए, वो स्किल्ड वर्कर के नाम से आए, वो सेमी स्किल्ड वर्कर के नाम से आए, वो आते रहेंगे। क्योंकि एक बात शायद मुझे पाकिस्तानी साइड के लिए पहले कर देनी चाहिए थी, वो ये कि डॉक्यूमेंटेड फिगर जो जापान गवर्नमेंट का है वो इस वक्त तकरीबन 40 लाख वर्कर्स हैं अप टू 2040 और इसकी बाइफर्केशन है, इसमें कोई 8 लाख आईटी सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर्स हैं, इसमें स्किल्ड वर्कर्स हैं, इसमें ट्रेनिंग्स हैं। तो ये चीज़ें आप लोगों की इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए, सो थैंक यू सो वेरी मच Matsumi-san that you just mentioned all these things. So I would request DG Bureau to please come online because we are now we'll take a few questions from our Japanese friends that after this whole presentations, talks by the sending organizations, by myself, by Matsumi-san, by Captain Usman Zakaria from Ministry of Overseas. If you have some question, so we can answer that.
ではこの会場にいる日本の方々、これから質疑応答しますので、ちょっと今は日本の方々に限らせていただきますので、質問ある方はご挙手の上質問していただければと思います。何か質問ある方いらっしゃいますでしょうか。
You can raise your hands if you have any question. But of course, I just want to tell the Pakistani side that the Japanese participants have already sent their questions as well while registering. So we will respond to them individually. Some of questions we have already responded before the event through email, but at any point in time you have the option to contact with us through email as well. But right now, because Senior Joint Secretary Captain Usman Zakaria, he instructed that if we can listen some Japanese supervising organization, maybe their comments, questions, observations. Those are.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Okay.
はい、どうぞ。マイク使っていただいた方がいいです。
あ、そうですか。
はい。
愛知県から来ました送り出し機関の者です。酒井と言います。どうぞよろしくお願いします。質問なんですけれど、まず私ども初めてパキスタンのお話を聞かさせていただいております。以前にチャンスがあってですね、Zoom でお話をさせていただいた時機会があったんですけれど、まず一つ認証なんですけど、協定書を結んだ後認証というような作業がネパールだったりとか、またはフィリピンのような認証業務があるんでしょうか。これ一つ目の質問です。それから先ほどですね、竹内様の方から、お話があったと思うんですけれど、大使館の方で認証業務があると、これお話があったんですけど、おおむねネパールと同じような作業という意味を認識すればいいんでしょうか。ネパールとかフィリピンのような作業があるよということでよろしいんでしょうか。またそれに手数料がかかるんでしょうか。
以上で大丈夫です。
よろしくお願いします。
はい。酒井さん、送り出し機関の方ってことですか。送り出し機関。
管理団体。
管理団体。あ、
送り出し機関と言いました。
そうです。
管理団体です。
大丈夫です。
失礼しました。
では私から回答させていただきます。認証業務についてなんですけども、私ネパールの認証業務はちょっと把握してないんですけども、手数料かかりません。で、認証業務としてはとても簡単で、組合から送り出し機関に求人票を渡したとき、大使館の方に送り出し機関に返ってくるんですね、その求人票が。で、アシジがサインするだけなので、手数料もかかりませんし、日数も1日2日で終わる作業です。今は大体もうその日に終わってますので、とても簡単なステップとなります。で、この認証も一度軌道に乗ってくればなくなると思いますので、将来的にはとても簡単になると思います。今も時間はかかっておりません。以上でよろしいですか。
So if you can tell us for the Pakistani side that what he asked and what you answered.
連携協定を締結するときに、要するに管理組合と送り出し機関の協力の連携協定を作るときに大使館の認証がいるかどうかっていうのを質問します。
酒井さん、それは認証は必要ありません。はい、大使館はつなぎ役としてコミュニケーションのところをやってるだけで。
じゃあ外務省までのそういった認証。
ポスティーユとか必要ないですね。全く必要ないです。はい。
So, I would request Vakar San to please translate it in Urdu directly. What he asked and what was the answer.
स्टैंडिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और सुपरवाइजिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की एग्रीमेंट के बारे में है कि जब आप गवर्नमेंट जब स्टैंडिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हमारी पब्लिक सेक्टर यूनिवर्सिटी जो है हमारी ओईसी और न्यूटेक के बारे में वो नहीं होगा, मतलब आपको पेपर की जरूरत नहीं है, और अगर प्राइवेट के लिए तो सर की रिकमेंडेशन बेसिस है वो।
इसमें थोड़ा सा मैं इसको एक्सप्लेन कर दूं। जो प्रोसीजर है वो ये है कि जब आप टेक्निकल इंटर्न ट्रेनिंग डिस्पैच करते हैं पाकिस्तान से या किसी भी मुल्क से, अंडर द एग्रीमेंट उसका एक क्लॉज है कि जिसमें जब आप सारा प्रोसेस कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं और पेपर वगैरह जमा करवाने की स्टेज पे आ जाते हैं तो आपको एक रिकमेंडेशन लेटर चाहिए होता है जिसके ऊपर पाकिस्तान एम्बेसी की तरफ से अटेस्टेशन होती है कि ये प्रोसीजर प्रॉपर है, इसके अंदर सारा जो प्रोसीजर है वो फॉलो किया गया है। बट लिटिल करेक्शन, अभी तक जो हम कर रहे हैं वो हम पब्लिक सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस का भी कर रहे हैं और प्राइवेट का भी कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। प्राइवेट वी जस्ट स्टार्टेड, और बट ओईसी आल्सो नीड दैट डॉक्यूमेंट फॉर द इमिग्रेशन या एंड न्यू टेक आल्सो। जी, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
はい、他に質問ある方は挙手の上お願いします。松富さんどうぞ。
パキスタンの労働関係法令の日本訳はいつ頃できますか？
So Matsumoto has this question. So he's asking for a Japanese translation of the labor law in Pakistan related to this to TITP and SSW. When will
Before next seminar, we'll be having copies as well. But it's not very months away. जो ऑनलाइन पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं उनके लिए मैं मेंशन करता चलूं कि हमारे लिए ये मुमकिन नहीं होगा इस वक्त कि हम ऑनलाइन क्वेश्चंस ले सकें। आपकी जितने भी क्वेश्चंस हैं रेलेवेंट टू दिस होल प्रोसेस आप हमें ईमेल कर सकते हैं किसी भी वक्त, और हम उसको इंशाल्लाह प्रॉपर्ली आपको रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे। थैंक यू। जी खालिद
अब्दुल खालिद खान फ्रॉम मैनसुर। सर मेरी इसमें सजेशन ये है कि माय सजेशन इज दैट देयर शुड बी यूनिफॉर्म पॉलिसी रिगार्डिंग वी नीड subject prior approval from your office. So government department and private sector are also equally very professional and they know their job very well. So there should be uniform policy instead of again we have a hitch to come to you and then things are processed.
मैं इसका जवाब आपको क्योंकि ये पाकिस्तान साइड से रिलेटेड है, तो जो एक ब्यूरो ऑफ इमिग्रेशन का प्रोसेस है डिमांड अटेस्टेशन का वो तो सबके लिए सेम है, ठीक है। जो टेक्निकल इंटर्न ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम की जहाँ तक बात है तो उस प्रोसेस के अंदर भी सबके लिए यूनिफॉर्म प्रोसेस है, मतलब उसमें बिल्कुल भी कोई एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट्स नहीं है किसी के लिए भी, नॉट इवन फॉर न्यूटेक, नॉट इवन फॉर ओईसी, इनके लिए भी यही प्रोसेस है। इनके डॉक्यूमेंट्स भी एट द एंड वो हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, वो जापान साइड की रिक्वायरमेंट है एंड इट्स इन द मेमोरेंडम ऑफ कॉर्पोरेशन, उसको हम चेंज नहीं कर सकते। और सारे मुल्क इस जब आप भी करेंगे, ब्रूस जापान वालों को जब डिमांड मिली तो उन्होंने हमसे अटेस्ट करवाई, लेटेस्ट स्टेज पे जाके जब ब्यूरो ऑफ इमिग्रेशन को अंदाज़ा हो जाएगा कि यू आर दैट सर्टिफाइड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और ये जेन्युइन डिमांड्स हैं, तो वो फिर हमारी इनिशियल अटेस्टेशन को कई दफ़ा वो इग्नोर भी कर देते हैं, उनको ज़रूरत नहीं होती, बट वंस यू कंटिन्यू द प्रोसेस।
अच्छा सर, एक जो फीलिंग जो मेरे साथी में जा रही है, तब मुझे इशारे से बात की कि वो जो गवर्नमेंट साइड है उनके जो 20 के करीब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैं जब तक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो चुके हैं, प्राइवेट सेक्टर ठीक है 10 महीने हुए हैं, तो फिर डेफिनेटली आपकी ज़्यादा सपोर्ट चाहिए होगी, अदरवाइज ये भी आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते। फिर पाकिस्तान से बैठ के सारी चीज़ें कंट्रोल करना रिमोट पर बड़ा मुश्किल है, जब तक आप उसमें आप आगे आए। और
इसमें खालिद साहब बिल्कुल आप ठीक कह रहे हैं और हम आपसे एग्री करते हैं। इसी तनाजुर में वक्तन फ़वक्तन कोयपा के प्लेटफॉर्म से हम टेक्निकल असिस्टेंस के सेशन कंडक्ट कर रहे हैं एम्बेसी से, कि जिसमें डिटेल्स बताई जा सके कि ये रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं, ये डूज एंड डोंट्स हैं, आप इसको करें। आई थिंक आप आज 8-9 सेंडिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अगर इधर बैठे हैं तो वो इसीलिए है कि हम आपको एक्सपोज करना चाहते हैं जापानियों के साथ। न्यूटेक, ओईसी आप सब लोगों के लिए एक सेमिनार पाकिस्तान में करने जा रहे हैं कि जिसमें वो सारा आप लोग को प्रोसेस एक्सप्लेन करेंगे कि हमारे साथ क्या गुजरी और आप ये प्रोसेस को फॉलो करें। सो वी आर डूइंग दैट। एंड वी नो दिस थिंग कि एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आपने ही इसको लेके चलना है. आज हम ओसाका में इसलिए खड़े हैं कि हम ओसाका एक्सपो 2025 को टारगेट कर रहे हैं. हमारी असेसमेंट है कि हमारे जो टारगेट्स हैं वो आप लोगों के आने के बाद ही पूरे होंगे. सो आप लोग आएंगे, ओसाका एक्सपो 2025 अप्रोच कर रहा है हमें, उसमें कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्कर्स तकरीबन हर फील्ड में इनको डिमांड होगी. यहाँ पे जब आप कंपनी से बात करेंगे तो अगले स्टेज पे किसी भी लेवल पे आपको हमारी असिस्टेंस की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. कहीं पे आपने ऑनलाइन मीटिंग करनी है, विल बी देयर. हम आपको उसके अंदर ये ट्रांसलेशन वाली फैसिलिटी भी प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं. आपके साथ हम इनकी लिस्ट शेयर कर सकते हैं. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे एक चीज़ है जिस पे आप सब लोगों को बड़ा फोकस होकर काम करना पड़ेगा, वो है आपकी अपनी लैंग्वेज ट्रेनिंग. कि आपके इंस्टीट्यूशन के अंदर कोई ऐसा बंदा हो कि जो डायरेक्टली कम्युनिकेट कर सके. बिकॉज समटाइम्स 2 3 4 लोग अगर उसमें इन्वॉल्व हो जाएं तो वो कम्युनिकेशन प्रॉपर नहीं रहती. सो होप आंसर द क्वेश्चन. बट वी आर हियर. थैंक यू.
はい、ぜひ日本の管理団体送り出し機関、じゃなくて登録支援機関の方々で質問のある方はお願いします。あ、どうぞ。
Sir, you can come forward, maybe somewhere in the middle, so the people in Pakistan will also be able to see you.
すみません、ワークジャパン協同組合の横田と言います。管理団体になります。特定技能の方の要件で、N4 レベルの語学のレベルが必要なんですけど、今実際パキスタンで N4 レベルの、日本語教育を受けるとすると、大体何ヶ月ぐらいかけて N4 レベルの試験が合格するぐらいまでの、レベルに到達するのかっていうのをちょっと教えてもらいたいのと、その場合ですね、パキスタン側で応募者たちが日本語学校もしくは日本語教育機関に支払う費用なんかももし分かれば、大体で概算でいいですので分かれば教えていただきたいと思います。
すみません、2つ目の質問もう一回お願いしていいですか。
費用、
はい、
その N4 レベルまで合格するために受けなければならない、パキスタン側での日本語教育の費用なんかももし分かれば教えていただきたいなと思います。
So this Miss Yokota from Work Japan, she has two questions. So for SSW, the candidate has to pass N4 test. So on average, if one Pakistani student want to take the Japanese course, how long does it take for him to pass N4 on average? Second question, for average, how much money does the school charge to pass this N4 test?
As far as the money is concerned, because it varies from institution to institution, so we can't say anything specific. We have a university, public sector, National University of Modern Languages. They are offering regular language courses in Pakistan. So usually we are trying to reduce the total period for this N4 level language training by 4 to 6 months, not more than that, because we know the job requirements and all that. But maybe right now it is taking more time in Pakistan. With the passage of time, the target is to reduce it to maybe 4 to 6 months, and we are requesting institutions. As far as I think I have answered 2 questions.
How much?
No, I can't say, because there are private institutions, so they have different, their courses. For the Namal, I think it's less than 15,000 yen.
15,000 yen.
Yes.
費用については、大まかに言うと15,000円ぐらいで、期間に関しては4ヶ月から6ヶ月ぐらいだろうと、学校によりますけどということです。
So thank you so very much. Now we will take the rest of the questions during social gathering. So I would request His Excellency Ambassador for the concluding remarks. Please.
More questions. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Captain Usman Zakia Sahib and his team, Matsutumi-san, Senior Vice President JITCO, Chairman Pakistan Overseas Employment Promoters Association, and all of our dear friends who have joined us amidst very busy schedules and have endured a very long session. So thank you very much for being here. I am not sure whether to say good morning or good afternoon. I've heard various versions. It's probably because of the time difference. But anyway, it kept us all awake. Now, I have this script. Basically, it's a rehash of what has already been said. So, ditching this, sorry, Yusan. Sorry for deviating from the plan. But I have some observations. First of all, as a very humble and a very bad student of Japanese, Watashi wa Senkyu Hyaku 89年の1990年までだいたい9ヶ月間国際交流北京の日本語国際センターで日本語を学びました。でも大変下手でございます。日本語は世界で一番難しいことです。練習しなければなりません。And then basically what I'm trying to say is that I studied Japanese for about 9 months. Well, the target was for us to learn about 500 kanji. We learned about 900. I had to really slog to learn hiragana and katakana. I practiced a lot. And I can tell you it's not easy. We would be lying to you if we say that. So please, we have to rationalize our expectations. Let us not treat Japan as a one-off economic bonanza that we just jump in, make the money and leave. It's not like that. Japanese are very serious people. You have to develop a relationship of trust, and that's very important. At the same time, I would also like to dispel the notion that maybe the embassy has some, some special holy grail in its control. That is not the case. And so later on you can try an overall thing. Or maybe Matsutumi-san can explain. But my advice is, do not try to contract that time, because I'm hearing things like we can reduce the time or not. That doesn't work. Yes, there are success stories. As I said, Pakistanis are multilingual people. We have a basic elasticity in our brain probably. We are used to different scripts. I used to write in, Urdu and think in Punjabi when I was learning Japanese. I was the first person to actually crack the concept of tenses. All of your friends from Betunamu and all, they were clueless. And there was a gentleman who could not even manage Ohio gozaimasu in 9 months. So yes, but at the same time, let me also mention one thing else. When I was at that center, at the Japan Foundation International Japanese Language Center, I was the only Pakistani there. And there were many people from China, from Korea, from other places, and they were actually, I was in the Gaikokan Kenshu, but they were in the, what you call, the teachers training program. So they have been doing it since then. We have just woken up to that. So I think we have a lot of work to do. The work is cut out. But I also take the point made by the private sector. And I say this with a lot of trepidation, because technically I represent the 2%, So Matsutumi-san and General Sahib and yours truly, we are the 2%. And we should defer to the 98%. And, but one thing is for sure, what I would urge all of you is, the pie is big enough for everybody. So let's not do this. Okay? Government organizations should be more gracious, even private sector organizations. Because in language learning, there is no sifarish business. Either you know or you don't. Okay? So you may be very well connected in Pakistan, but well, if you don't know, you don't. You know. So that thing has to be kept in view. There are a lot of success stories. There are exceptional people like this gentleman, and they should also, we should consult them. We should consult our Japanese friends also. What exactly are they looking for? And so that there is this meeting of minds, rationalization of expectations, and realistic targets, so that we don't keep on talking. And because I had the urge to present to you what we have done, but then the eternal question is, and here I would really like to place on record my deep appreciation, obviously for the concerned ministries of overseas Pakistanis and OPHRD and all that. But for me, being from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, it's a matter of satisfaction that my Minister of State, Hina Rabbani Kar, has truly, taken a very lead role. And I can say this, without any hesitation, that she also contributed to speeding up the process, because many things were lagging and all that. But all the concerned stakeholders truly responded to our calls. Right now also, Madam is kind of overseeing the process herself, and we deeply appreciate that. And one thing that she keeps stressing is, we should talk less and produce results more. So it is not a question of, we are, merchants of words. We can, give you as many words as you like, but then that serves no purpose. Why is it that we have thousands of promoters, we have so many organizations? Why are things not moving? Why do we have those minuscule figures? Well, one explanation is that we are late to the game, and we'll learn it. But patience. It's a long-term thing. It's not a seasonal thing. 6 महीने में ये वो जो success stories आप बता रहे हैं, that is all a point well taken. लेकिन वो वाले ममालिक हैं जहाँ पे community established है already. If you send somebody to Saudi Arabia, 25 लाख पाकिस्तानी को, यहाँ पे इतने नहीं. तो वो एक probably यहाँ पे उस तरह का infrastructure available नहीं. But one thing I can assure you of is that Pakistanis who do manage to get through the red tape and all of that, once they get here, I think they're very deeply appreciated. They are looked upon with a lot of regard. I know many Pakistanis who have made Japan their second home, even first home. They have children who are half Pakistanis, and we interact with them, and they have done very well. They are very good representatives. And the Japanese who interact with them also realize how worthwhile they are. And that is something that we should, further enlarge and strengthen. So in that, all of you have a great role to play. All of the people we see on the screen, they have a great role to play. And we would encourage you to interact with each other. Use this opportunity for networking. People like you who are already in it, General Sahab, you should also, guide them. People are already trembling because of that PhD, up to PhD thing you have shown them. So show them that it is doable. It can be done. Private companies are doing it. You, Matsutumi-san, I would urge you to please use your good offices with JACA and all that. They have already invested quite a lot in bringing Japanese language to Pakistan. And I tell you from personal experience, it's not easy. When I came to Japan, believe me, it was like being in a dark room. Total. I had never heard Japanese in my life. With French and Spanish, it is still different. But by the grace of God, it started making sense. Once I got the hang of hiragana and katakana, so it's doable. It is doable, but it is not something that you can just, do just like that. But I would also like to mention that language learning resources are much better now. When I was doing my course, we had cassette tapes, and when we were having the final exam, and fortunately I was sitting next to that ghetto blaster, which was playing the cassette. So listening comprehension, I immediately started writing. And many of my classmates were used to moichido. When they said moichido, the sensei said, no, it is a test by Japan Foundation. I will lose my job if I do moichido. So gamanchu, there was no option. So thank you all very much for being here, especially people who have taken the trouble of coming from Pakistan. It is not easy. Traveling is not easy. It's a long journey. And thank you very much for bearing with us, and keep in touch. It's what I would like to say is that it's not a one-off thing that we get here, take a few photos and discuss. Basically, it is work in progress. And keep in touch. You can pick our brains as much as you want, and we will in turn pick the brains of Jitko and others. And we need to move things along and make them happen. Thank you all very much.
では、駐日パキスタン大使館の大使の挨拶でした。主に3つありまして、大使も自ら日本語を勉強された経験から言うと、日本語は世界一難しいと。しかしながら今、インターネットの発達で、環境は良くなっているということです。あとはこれからたくさんの実習生が来るので、管理団体、送り出し機関の人が協力し合って、皆さんで、尽力していただきたいということです。で、パキスタンの各政府、内務大臣もこの人材の動向に注目しており、人数が増えるといいということを願っているそうです。以上になります。
Thank you very much. And Takeuchi-san was mentioning again and again that our Japanese friends have so many questions still. So last 5 minutes only for the Japanese side questions.
はい、すみません。最後に日本の方々で、質問のある方はお願いします。はい、どうぞ。大丈夫。そのまま、OK。そのままお願いします。はい。
僕らよく協力組合といいまして、管理団体と登録支援機関両方やってます。その中で今建設系のことですね。お聞きしたいんですけど、ヌーテックの関連団体でJICA が作った建設技術訓練所っていうのがあったと思うんですが、具体的にはどういうことでされているのか教えていただきたいで、そこで何か日本で通用する資格を取らしているということなんでしょうか。
So Suga-san from SDO, Sending Organization, has a question for NUTEC.
Yes.
And they are interested in accepting trainees in construction field.
Yes.
So what kind of training do you give to those candidates who want to work in Japan in the construction field? Especially in construction field.
Okay, we can give the construction training in the machinery also, in the worker also.
We can give the training in the machinery field also and in the construction workers also. We have a largest construction institute affiliated with NUTEC, and all the construction fields, they are all covered in that institute. So we can give the training as per your requirement also. If you require special training, we can give that also. And like I already mentioned, we already have Japanese language training in our institute. Mr. Wakar will translate in Japanese also.
こんにちは。パキスタンでイスラマバーで CTTI 名前のUTEC の方に一緒に JICA から作れました学校あります。そこで半年、1年、2年、3年までの勉強を教えてます。そこで機械のオペレーターとか修理屋さんとかそういう整備とかその資格はいろいろ教えてます。もしそこでどういうふうな技術者使いたいだったらそこぜひ注文もらえればありがとうございます。
はい、他に。
His question contains is there any license mutually recognized in some other countries? In the construction.
The construction might be open.
कर रहे हैं।
Okay, this construction institute, CTTI, it was established by Japan, JICA. So it is recognized in Japan. We have Japanese instructors there. Our curriculum is made by the Japan construction industry.
And skill test without recognized in Japan or not?
まだ SSW の方はまだパキスタンでその建設の方にはまだコンストラクションの方はやってないんです。
Hasan-san, you want Takuji-san to give it a try?
両国で両国で通用する資格っていうのは、建設業界ではないんですけども、JICA が作ったプログラムがあると、そういうのを提供されているので、そのトレーニングを終了されれば、通用する資格っていうことではないですけども、JICA が作ったプログラムを終了したという、そういうことにはなると思います。
Thank you, Takuji-san.
Okay, next. はい、はい。
日本の建設機械のオペレーションができるという考えでいいですか？
そういう資格
勉強はできます。ほとんど日本の機械使ってるから全然大丈夫だよ。
いや、勉強とかはないんです。
資格、それ日本で言えば何ていう資格ですか？はい。
I would request, because we have short time, I just want to add one point. Suga-san, Hasan-san, please stand up. Zia-sab, Rashid-sab, actually they both have some observation. They have some information related to construction workers who are already trained in the Gulf sector, and NewTech is all have that capacity to give them training in the new fields as well. So I would request Hasan-san to please help in the proper communication of the words.
Like me, we supplied thousands of workers to Dubai and Saudi Arabia.
नहीं एक सेकंड आप पहले इनको ना उर्दू में ये बता दें कि वो पूछ क्या रहे थे।
वो बेसिकली ये पूछ रहे हैं कि क्या आप जब उनको ट्रेनिंग करते हैं तो क्या ट्रेनिंग के बाद कोई ऐसा स्पेशल टेस्ट होता है, उसकी कोई रिकॉग्नाइजेशन है आपके पास? जिस तरह इंजीनियर में हमारे PEC नंबर मिलता है इंजीनियर को डिग्री के बाद, ऐसा कोई आपके पास सिस्टम है, कोई एसोसिएशन है जो उनको लाइसेंस करती है? वो बेसिकली ये पूछना है।
बेसिकली मैं आपको इसमें तो हमको बता दीजिए कि लाइसेंस की इस किस्म की तो नहीं है हमारे पास, बट जो कंपनीज वहाँ पे यूरोप की कंपनीज काम कर रही हैं या BCC में या वहाँ की बड़ी कंपनीज है, वहाँ का उनके जो एक्सपीरियंस है 3 से 5 साल का, 8 साल का, 10 साल का, डिफरेंट मशीन में डिफरेंट स्किल में लाइक कुछ में मैंने
Okay, so just I think you just can tell him that we are working on that. Yes, we have that experience and trained manpower, but of course, as the Japanese side, this is the requirement. If this is the requirement of Japanese side, we can work.
Hang on. जो उनका concern है ना, their concern is that the people who are like working in the Gulf and all that we also find. Perhaps the impression is, and maybe it's a correct impression, that the workers who are going are basically like, when you say, isko kaam aata hai, but there's no certification.
No certification, of course.
So they are asking for certification. So we need to then
have that certification.
ये है, लेकिन हम सर्टिफाई भी कर रहे हैं कि ये वेल्डिंग कर लेते हैं बंदा ये हुआ है, इसमें न्यू टेक भी कर ठीक है ना जी?
इसमें सर व्हाट वी आर डूइंग राइट नाउ हमारा
There's no certification.
हमारी अनस्किल्ड मैनपावर वाला है
already told
but not certified. उनको हम सर्टिफाई गया करेंगे जी और सेम जिस तरह भाईजान ये कह रहे हैं, हम इस तरह कंस्ट्रक्शन इंडस्ट्री की वर्कशॉप को भी कोई वर्कर्स को भी न्यूटेक कैन सर्टिफाई बिकॉज़ वी आर अ क्वालिटी अवॉर्डिंग बॉडी।
तो वो उनका टेस्ट भी हो सकता है।
जी टेस्ट हम करेंगे
इसी का जॉब but it's like just like we are like a second for the 20,000 in last 13 years we have already supported. In our training institute we are approved by NAFTA and TSB. So we have
सर नहीं प्रॉब्लम ये है कि दो मुल्कों के दरमियान ना एक रिकॉग्निशन ऑफ सर्टिफिकेशन भी होती है ना, उसका जवाब अभी हमारा नहीं है।
ऐसा कुछ जैसे साहब तक नहीं।
थैंक यू।
共同での資格はないということで、はい、すみません。はい、
Thank you, Asan-san. So, any more question?
他に最後2つ質問ある方いらっしゃいますか。最後でします。はい、どうぞ。
特定技能はまずできない。試験はどこで誰がどういうふうにするんですか。
パキスタン国内ではやってないです。
特定技能っていうのはまずできないですよね。
特定技能はまだフローチャートも発表してないので、まだできないです。まだできないです。
じゃあ技能実習で、まだ技能実習なんですが、前職条件というのはどうするんですか。
前職条件は一応機構のルールに従いますね。
じゃあパキスタンでない職種はないとできないと。例えば総大工もそれできないんですよね。
パキスタンで
縫製なんかできない。
縫製もあります。パキスタンで惣菜もあります。
できないものもたくさんある。
いや、できないものは基本的にはないですね。パキスタンと日本で、パキスタンにない仕事ってことですよね。
はい、そうです。
っていうのは今はないです。今は全職種に対応してますので、誰か
全職種があるという。
全職種対応してます。はい。はい。先ほど誰かのスピーチで紹介したのは、パキスタン国内で特定技能の試験をしてくださいっていう入管にお願いしている5分野っていうのは、ただ試験をしてくださいっていうだけなので、技能実習生の場合は全ての職種が今は可能です。
特定技能はできない。
特定技能はまだ、はい、準備がそうないですね。はい。ありがとうございます。
So once again, thank you all, and we are always available. In English as well. What did he ask? What did he ask and what you answered?
So he was asking if
very long conversation.
he was asking if the SSW is ready, and then I answered that we have not yet disclosed the flowchart yet. However, it will be complete soon. And then, but for TATP, we can dispatch people for all job fields, all categories.
Just add a little more. We can dispatch SSW workers as well, but at this moment, we don't have skill tests in Pakistan. But we can do. Just tell him this. They can take tests in Sri Lanka, they can take tests in Nepal, Philippines, you know.
特定技能の試験のことなんですけども、第三国で受けて試験を合格すれば、一応可能です。そういう方法もあるということですね。第三国です。フィリピン。はい、どこの国でも大丈夫です。はい。
जापान साइड पे पेंडिंग है हमने सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन दे दी again once again Meena Samma, thank you so very much. I know there are many questions and I would love to answer all of them. For the Japanese side, we can have individual meetings online in Osaka again, and of course you can write to us anytime, and we will be having a follow-up meeting as well very soon. We will share the details with you, preferably online, the participants of this seminar. So sir, with your permission,
They should do networking. Everyone should have everyone's name, and then they should keep in touch.
with your permission sir, we will invite them again, maybe after 1 or 2 months, all the same participants in a webinar, so they can again meet
And let's
discuss.
take some feedback that what has happened.
So don't forget to exchange your business cards with the sending organization, and the sending organization, you should also share your business cards with the supervising organization. Thank you so very much again. Thank you sir. Thank you very much. To the online applicants, बहुत शुक्रिया आप लोगों का, और आप लोगों के अगर कोई questions हैं तो आप लोग हमें email कर सकते हैं. Thank you. आदमी से तरफ ही है हम उसके दिमाग वो पीछे है